the fucking Kryptonian armor, all that shit. Remember when fucking Zor-El, all that shit? That was all
Well,
Yeah,
wild.
it's
I
obvious
feel
when one of
really.
my big
It's
pet
been a while since I've
peeves
seen Man
is
of
when a
Steel.
helmet materializes from nothing and just and goes over somebody with glass.
Oh, for sure. Like
I'm like,
that's
why?
CGI,
Like,
honestly.
is it so bad to have them just grab a helmet? Like, I know it's just they got to make
Really, I actually think that's. I mean, again, that's the
it,
technology. I think. Imagine like having that. Like that's a cool technology. Like in general,
it's
like it's just a
not
cool technology.
every. I'm not even exaggerating. Every time a movie does that, it stands out to me and it takes me right out of the movie. Since it started, I don't know what the first one was, but I'm like,
Really?
even movies.
That's so specific.
Green Lantern.
It's
Oh,
like it'd be one thing if it's just like a cool helmet, but then it's like, oh, we gotta have all of a sudden there's glass there. I was like, okay, that's past the point of my belief.
I bet you couldn't tell Ryan Reynolds' Green Lantern suit though.
I don't know. To me, like the way I view it is I can't say that, but then I can take the idea of just the concept of superheroes in general. Like for me personally, like how are you gonna be not like that cuts the line is like the technology.
I
Like
mean, you
nanotechnology.
gotta
Well,
set up.
see,
It's science
you're making
fiction.
my point that I made with King Kong. People are like, man, how they get that fucking big ass ape on that boat? I'm like, bitch, you're talking about a movie with a giant ape.
That's what I'm saying.
I know,
Like,
but
so for me, I can't.
you
I'm
gotta set some
surprised.
kind of
I'm personally
rules
surprised that that
in the
draws the
world.
line for you.
I get it, but for a movie to just cut away and like, oh, they brought him over, I think that's fine. You can't sit
That's
there and
what I'm
complain
saying.
about
Yeah.
it when there's a giant ape climbing the Empire State Building. I don't want to hear about
See,
how they got him on the boat.
I say at some
People also
point
just
you
fought like
gotta
T Rexes and shit.
you gotta
Right.
establish some kind of like laws of physics and rules in movies, or you don't
Yeah,
have to,
it's a
but
word that's used in Hollywood,
But
that's
that's
used
the
in
rule.
cinema called verisimilitude. That just means you set these rules and everything has to work within
yeah.
the quote unquote rules you set. But again, we're talking about some fantastical shit. You can't get too bent out of shape.
I get,
It's
but
but I'm
I'm
just
like,
telling you, it
to me,
literally it doesn't
it's
matter
just
the
the
movie.
nanotechnology. Like I don't know.
The
To me, that's
nanotechnology is the main reason I just can't stand like the later MCU. Like that's such a cop out.
Yeah, I don't need I think the nanotechnology is kind of
And then he
lazy.
gets crushed by a moon. Like if you want to say, oh yeah, it's just he's just a human being. You set the rule up. He's just a man. Now he's just covered with thin layer of nanosuits, and he can handle a moon falling on him. Like that's just like you just don't care at that
thin
point.
layer.
You
I
just
don't know
don't
about
care.
thin layer.
Thin layer. How much
Read
nanobots
a
can
fucking
come out of
comic
something
book,
that big?
Juice. Read a comic book.
I
They
know,
get away
but
with a lot of wild
it's
shit.
just at that
And
But that's what I'm
point.
saying. Like for me, like I'm surprised that draws the line. This you would think by the
Yeah.
very first, like it sounds like if like my dad watches, like oh man, these things like to me it's like
The first
by
Iron
the
Man's
very first
great. He
thing
got a suit. He
you
gets in
watch
a
Iron
suit,
Man 1, you'd be
but
like, how this motherfucker make Iron
he's
Man
still a
suit
human
and
being.
then
He still has to deal with being a human being inside a metal suit. It's like when you just throw that out the window, then you might as well
Yeah,
just
but
make
then
him
you
a
throw out
superhero.
the entire character Iron Man. He doesn't work in real life. He doesn't
I
work.
know, but at that point, just make
There's
him
no way to
fucking
make him
make him
work.
Superman. Have some
Because
reason.
Spider-Man, come on, he shoots these webs and shit out his little ass disc on there. Like, come on, that shit. Like, come on, that's bullshit. But you
Yeah,
gotta
no,
let
you
that shit
strip
I
it.
draw
go.
the line at
Yeah,
a
you
moon
break apart
slamming into him.
every character you can break apart.
But you can break it. Yeah, you can break the entire movies. All you can break Batman's and Superman. All that shit. Batman would get his ass slaughtered in one night if that shit was real. Like
Instantly, yeah.
against instantly. So like you can't. You gotta let some shit go.
I don't let it
Gotta
go.
let it go.
Yeah, Batman would die very quick if he was a real dude.
I
Yeah,
definitely
if he was a
don't.
real.
I definitely don't let go like unnecessary like CGI stuff. Like when it stands out, good when it doesn't, but when it does, it's like really. So in Thor Ragnarok, he does a thing where I think he puts on a helmet and then he has swords in his hands, and he goes like that, and then like I think they're supposed they grew to bigger swords or something. I'm like that's just like a pirate sword. Like it's just unnecessarily for trying to try to look cool kind of stuff, and I was like
But you know,
it's just
him
Well, what do you
facing
unnecessary.
want
off
this?
against.
But what do you want this sword to look like?
Balrog, that's fine.
Why can't he just pull out two swords? Why does he have to go like that and then they
Swords
magically
across his
transform
butt.
into some bigger swords? It just seemed weird to me.
It's helpful for combat. It needs bigger swords.
Just have them be regular swords. Why do they have to like? It just bugs me. I don't know what else to say. But
How the
anyway,
hell how the hell did Thanos beat the Hulk? And the Hulk was they had to nerf the shit out of the Hulk for Thanos to whip his
well,
ass.
Thor can beat
But-
Hulk sometimes, and then Hulk's invincible other times. Like he could take he took that
Hey.
whole flying giant thing, dragon out of the air with one punch, and then other times he's just getting like complete like the
And then, but
the
what about
Hulkbuster.
that dragon? What the fuck is that? Why
That's
is there a giant
stupid.
dragon?
Yeah, I mean, what's
What are we talking about?
yeah.
Then we talk
The
about
fact
the
that
sword?
the fact that
we
could
just
fly,
said
that fact that they said, well, this thing can just fly, that just bugged me too.
But the Tesseract is fine. That's fine.
Yeah. Well, that's an established thing. That's established. That's a, you know.
They established these other things too. You just don't like that they exist.
They established a lot of bullshit that
Yeah.
doesn't make sense.
The worst, though-
As long as
Sorry.
CGI isn't bad, I don't mind fantastical things happening with CGI. I'm cool with it. As
My
long as it
my
doesn't
least
look bad.
favorite of the entire MCU though is the miracle machine that can just read your DNA and tell you what your problem is and design and build the exact thing that you need from what was it, No Way Home? Or
The MacGuffin 3D printer.
yeah, like come on, that's just at that point that's just like some of the laziest writing.
That was the least of my issue with No Way Home.
I know, but that
People
I
doing
don't- I
dumb
don't remember.
things.
I'm just saying in the context
out
of
of
just like
character.
absolute bullshit thing that might
Yeah.
be the worst in cinema history
Well,
for me.
Yeah.
But anyway, what's up, everybody?
Hey,
we're gonna
video
talk-
games.
We got Phil Spencer retiring. We got
Damn.
Sony closing Blue Point. We
Blue
got what was the third thing? Oh, Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, Nintendo Switch 2 Edition.
Oh yeah.
Charge and $5 for the upgrade. We got some Resident Evil 7 and 8 reviews on our hit today for Switch
We got
2.
a packed show for you
Resident Evil
folks.
We got a packed show.
Come and like and subscribe, comment and share.
You know,
7 and 8. Oh, what for Switch? No.
yeah,
I
the
didn't see
reviews
that.
already, a couple of reviews already hit for 7
Oh,
and
for
8.
Switch.
For what?
Resident
7
Evil
for
7
Switch.
and 8. It's what I
Oh,
thought.
yeah. Saw that.
Village, has a little. It didn't look, in my opinion, didn't look great on PS5. Didn't have the best performance, so Switch is about the same. 7 apparently is really good port. And I haven't played that since. Was it the year it came out or the next year? I played through it once, and hearing people kind of praise it so much, I'm like, man, maybe should I give that another try? I liked it, but I wasn't like I really want to play it
For
again.
Resident Evil 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was a great game, man. It was awesome.
I feel like the later half, I just just felt like I was just doing the motions at that point. There was a couple of cool parts, but towards like the last probably third quarter of the movie or of the game, I started feeling like it lost whatever it had built up in the beginning. But it's still a good game. But actually on the Nintendo Switch, I don't know. I'm guessing it's digital only. I don't think there's a on cart version.
No, there's there's that.
Is it code in
that
the box or
generation
is it
pack.
the actual
No, it's a game key card at least.
game key card? All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's good that those games are coming, and 9 comes out Friday. I have pre-ordered the PS5 version. I have Friday and Monday off. I just need to take some couple days off and trying to spread my vacation time out over the year instead of trying to cram it in all at the end. So I'm looking forward.
Yeah, makes sense.
I just don't know if I'm actually
gonna.
gonna. I don't know if I'm gonna play
Video
Resident
game
Evil 9. I don't know if I want to start it until I know I'm ready to just focus on it. So I might not.
Oh, because you're still on dark, like you're
Well, I
you're in your
put-
Dark Souls mode
I
right
might
now.
have I might have gotten out of my system Dark Souls 1. I played another 5 hours yesterday, and I probably died like 70 times on New Game Plus, and there's definitely some just
Fun.
some
Does it get harder in New Game Plus?
yeah. But you're pretty leveled up. You got all your gear. You got all your rings that give you buffs, and you got your best weapons and stuff. Your level, so you can still use all your equipment. Some of the key items you have to re-get on New Game Plus. But I'm close to like the ends. I'm probably just gonna push through. It'll be the first. I can't remember other than Breath of the Wild. I don't know of any other game that I've actually beat twice since Breath of the Wild. I'm trying to think.
You did Stellar Blade.
Oh yeah, yep. That one, the first playthrough took, I don't know, 20 something.
Wait,
The second playthrough I got through in like 5 hours. There's the whole desert area you can just basically skip. Like it's just all
You've
optional.
only beaten a couple games more than once.
Since Breath of the Wild.
Oh.
I think yeah.
Yeah, it must be missing something here.
Yeah, I mean, usually I don't
I
go
feel like
back
there's
through.
probably some other game because I feel like you do that more.
I start
Would think.
more often. I start a second. Like I started
Oh, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying.
Tears of the Kingdom. I started Elden Ring. I got pretty far in my second playthrough. Didn't beat it. Yeah, I would say Stellar Blade was a good call. It was mostly just for the platinum trophies. Really, the only reason I went through it a full time
You're
again.
a trophy hunter, huh?
Yeah, it's like, when I was close, I just had to beat it, get the other two endings, which you could do on one. Actually, I fucked up. I had to do a full third speed run.
That's what I was saying. I just
Yeah.
heard that podcast.
But yeah, so I'm like, do I start Dark Souls 3 or pick it back up, or do I just go into Resident Evil? So I gotta decide that.
That's tough because, to be fair, Dark Souls 3 is a brand new game for you. So
Well, I'm 4 hours in. But it's still a new game overall, and I
Yeah.
really enjoyed it. So, but it might be good to put something in between, like Resident Evil in between. We'll see.
for sure.
I'm hoping it's good. I mean, everything we've seen so far.
You guys play
pretty good.
Neo?
I've never played it. I know
Any of them?
Clocked
No,
had
I
played
mean, I haven't
one.
played any of
He
them.
said he beat one
I know
and
Clocked
he
has.
gave up after 2. 3 looked really good. I didn't watch any
I'm
reviews.
hearing a lot of great things about 3, so it's like, should I start playing those? Because I have them both on Steam.
Oh
Yeah.
Sure, I picked them up in a sale or something.
Yeah, 3 looked really good. I didn't even watch the reviews. That would be one where I'd probably just pick up the third game if it's really, stands out
Mhm.
above the rest.
Well, I heard it's not a bad starting point. And so,
Mhm.
because you sometimes you get intimidated. Oh, the third one, I got to go play the other ones first. But
Like Witcher
apparently you
3,
don't
I
really have
think. I think it'd be fine. Start with like Witcher 3. A lot of people started with that one.
to. Yeah, you can start with Witcher 3. You definitely don't want to start with 1.
No.
Right, Robert?
I mean, story-wise, I
just
that's why I
watch
started with
just
one.
watch a video of people play it at that point.
Yeah. Let's just go watch somebody's video explain.
But, I mean, again, for me, personally, I mean, you talking to the wrong person. I like to experience all these things.
I got you. I understand. I just
But-
threw out
but
things
for
I
the
know.
average human being, I would say no.
Yeah.
J Biggs beat Resident Evil 6. I never played Resident Evil 6, not 1 second of it. I said, you know what?
I watched my sister play it, and it looked terrible. I'm sorry if that's not true.
I never finished.
She's a huge Resident Evil fan, and she didn't really like it as much.
I got stuck on Revelations with low ammo on the last boss, and there's no going back. I didn't know I was about to face the boss. Even if I did, like, I used up most of my ammo, and I was like, I tried maybe a dozen times, and I can't even. I'm not even close to beating this boss. So that's where that was left, and then my save file got lost, or when I switched to the OLED, my save file just disappeared, and I wasn't on Nintendo Switch membership there was a stretch there where I wasn't part of the group, but it did show I had a save file, but when I downloaded it, there was nothing. It was like a few minutes into the game or something, but and then Revelations 2, I never finished that either, so. But I'm
Did
looking.
you guys just get hit with the blizzard? I just want.
No,
You got hit, right?
we got a
Robert?
we got
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a half an inch.
Bad.
It was 6.
Yeah,
Worse
it
than
was
last
pretty
time.
bad.
It was
It was
50
worse than last time.
Really?
Yes, thank you.
It was 55
for us.
degrees this time last week, and then maybe even 60, and then we got a little dusting.
I was shoveling for like 2.5 hours.
Yeah.
Should
Yeah.
I had a
It's like
snow pile.
18 inches. It was like 18 inches for us. Like
Yeah,
That's a lot. Like a foot's a lot.
Yeah, it's a
Especially
lot.
if it's windy and it builds up. and-
over a foot. 18 inches.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
that shit is
I know.
ridiculous.
We got a couple feet.
Yeah, it's just
Easy.
Yeah,
crazy.
that's
Easy.
too much. I don't
Yeah.
mind once you get it shoveled and they do some plowing. I got a truck, so I with like snow rated, like mountain snow rated tires. So I actually like when we get a lot of snow, because then the roads are
But
basically.
no,
like,
I have horrible tires right
and
now.
it sucks when they get icy. When they get packed.
I got
When
a
it
fake ass Jeep, so
What-
I'm just sliding all over the fucking
when it's
place.
cold when it's cold and we get a lot of snow and it doesn't like pack down and turn into ice, and it's just snow that just keeps getting relocated by tires. Like, I love that because it feels like I'm actually using my truck for its intended purpose. So I look forward to that kind of
Yeah.
those conditions. I suck I hate it when we get like an inch and it packs into like hard ice, and then it doesn't matter what you have. It just sucks. But yeah, I didn't know that. 85 mile an
it's
hour
gonna be
winds
like
too.
warmer
Damn.
this
Oh
week,
yeah,
so should melt
a lot of people
a
lost
lot
power.
of it.
Thank God we didn't.
I didn't lose
How
A
it.
lot of
cold did
people
it
did.
get? Cause
It's not as cold though.
It's not.
It's
It
like
wasn't as
yeah,
cold.
earlier
And
this year we had a blizzard where it was like 6 degrees, 5 degrees, or something like that. Damn near
But
zero.
so was the first blizzard. A
That's
few
when you
weeks
really
ago,
when you lose power.
was like you're talking like low degrees, freezing, and that was a pain. But shoveling today it wasn't as bad because it wasn't as cold. It was still
yeah,
shoveling.
the
But
shoveling. At least it wasn't horrible because it was. I was freezing while doing it, but it was a lot of goddamn snow.
Probably
And I
sweating.
haven't invested
that's
in
the problem.
I haven't invested in a plow, which I'm gonna fix that. I'm not doing this shit again
We
next year.
didn't last
No
few
way.
winters that you didn't really need anything, but
No, I haven't needed it. So
Yeah.
I just
Well-
got back in 21, so I haven't really needed a plow until this year.
all the snow melted for us. So all I had was I had like a 6 foot tall pile, and it was down about 2 foot, maybe a foot and a half. Otherwise, everywhere snow was all melted. So even if we got a lot of snow, it would at least been better. It would have been piled up over the old
Yeah.
snow. But
Well, that
Um,
was the problem. It like finally everything was like melted. I started going back to the movies, and all of a sudden, like, no.
No.
And I'm like, oh man, what the hell?
yeah, I feel for people who I watch cars go down the road before it gets plowed, and it's like they're barely driving through it, and I was like, yeah, I used to have cars, so I don't miss that where your bottom of your car is dragging on this, like scraping the snow, and you like
Yeah.
if you slow down, you're probably not gonna get going again, so you just like got to keep moving. Good
Mhm.
times. All right, so let's talk about the Xenoblade thing because initially I didn't like it at all, but I was still
Do we
thinking
have to?
I still thought I was gonna get it. I was like, you know what, $5 if I'm gonna keep playing the game, I'll just whatever, that will be enticing, or that will make me probably keep start playing the game and probably finish it. That's what I've been waiting for. It sucks that they're charging, but I was assuming that they were gonna do more than just bump the resolution frame rate, even though that's all they said. They didn't touch the draw distance, so you got the pop-ins just as bad, and now it's in higher resolution. It stands out even worse. I'm like, you can't, like, maybe that's all more they needed to do for me, but like you didn't even do that. So how much effort really went into just putting the frame rate at 60, which in my mind is a toggle. Maybe they had to address a few things to make sure they work, because sometimes when you bump the frame rate, you double it. Sometimes animations and stuff go twice as fast, like with mods. Maybe it took some work, maybe it didn't. But to like still have the ridiculously close pop in from like basically the Wii U version, the Switch version carried on, and now in the Switch 2 edition, I'm like, and you're charging for this? Like, come on. Like, I said, you know what? I'm just not going to do it. They're not going to get me unless they update it and they address more of the game, more of that type of stuff, and clean up the game. It seems like a pretty minuscule. Well, the $5 price tells me they knew it wasn't a major thing, but still, it should have been free. Especially considering other games got free. Did we talk about this at all last week, or was this new after? I think it was after the podcast.
No, this was newer.
Yeah. So yeah, I was against it principle wise, but I thought I was just gonna get it no matter what, even though I was against it. And now I'm just like, yeah, you can't even just increase the draw distance on stuff and like just fully like go all the way with it if you're gonna charge for it. So that was my take.
I guess for them, if they start going all the way with it, then they're gonna put $10.
Could be.
$10.
But it's
I
a
think,
Switch 2 edition. It's not just an update. It's a Switch. They're actually putting the Switch 2 edition tag on it.
The Animal Crossing was also $5, the Switch 2 edition. And that was honestly, it was just the resolution, and it wasn't the frame rate.
They didn't even do frame rate.
And what they did was they added mouse control to like the like designing and stuff. And that was really it, to be honest with you. Like, there's not really.
I thought there
anything.
was a bunch.
And I ain't
of
gonna
content.
lie, I got it because I was very curious. And I will say I don't think it's worth it. It's definitely one where when I played it, I was like, yeah, it's sharper, but it's not like like the game already looked really good, so I didn't feel like it's really worth it personally for me. And I did the mouse mode. I think it's cool, but it's just to me that wasn't worth it. On the other hand, personally for me, I do think like especially like me, I always view these things as like I was never even gonna get this game at $60, right? So I would already be paying less. Like they already had the game on sale the other day for $40, which if you would have waited and you had it for 40, and then you got the other one, boom, 45, and that's still less than 60.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I
But
felt the same way.
you know,
If you pay 40, then I mean, yeah, it still sucks they're charging for it, but at least they didn't get you for the full amount.
that's what I'm saying is like literally it's like um and I know we're gonna probably have a little bit of a debate too, because I know it's more on the principle of it, and I totally get it. But for me, it's just one where by a game by game basis, and for me with this one, like we were talking about in the chat with, and I hate to bring up Collector. I know he's gonna be like, no, he's gonna feel targeted, but just I want to bring verbatim, he views it more as like I asked him about, we all bought the Switch 2 edition of Prime 4, and it was $10 more. So to me, like I don't see why this would be any different if you wanted to get a 60 FPS option. Like to me, that if we're being honest, technically the Xenoblade Chronicles is actually a bigger upgrade than even Metroid Prime 4, for the simple fact that you get double the frame rate, which frame rate's a pretty big
Are
thing.
there any games less than $70 that come out on Switch 2?
Like as in what they've released? You talking
Yeah.
about Nintendo?
Yeah, Switch 2 games. Switch 2 games. Are they less than $70?
I know you don't.
Or,
I know
or
you
am
don't
I
want to say
actually
the
did I
game.
actually pay? Did I actually pay
Dragon
10 more
Drive-
for resolution? Man,
Dragon
get that shit out of here.
Drive-
I'm talking about I'm talking about real retail release. Get that shit out.
No,
of
if we're talking about retail release, I don't think there's been one
Was
that's
Not
Donkey
from
Kong
No, Donkey Kong was
Country.
70.
Excuse me. DK Bonanza, was that 60?
That was 70.
No, that's 70.
I think
Oh,
I know other
so
companies
I'm
have.
not paying. Bitch, I already paid for. I mean, I've already paid for higher resolution and higher frame rates because I bought the goddamn hardware. That means I should get higher resolution, higher frame rates. Because if not, then I should still get every game that comes out on Switch 2 on Switch 1, just without all the bells and whistles. Is that what we're doing now? Because that's the pigeonhole they're putting themselves in. So and they put out updates and they put out games that like Donkey Kong Tropical or Donkey Kong Country Returns. They didn't charge for that. They did the same shit. Actually, they did more. They because they fixed some
And
things.
they added a character.
And they added a character.
Yeah.
So why didn't they charge for that?
Well, that's why.
It's
That's
so
the
weird.
There's no
question.
consistency
It's
here.
very strange.
You have
Don't get me
people,
wrong, it's
you have
strange.
people defending it, but there's no consistency.
No, there's
So
no
if I'm like, well, hey,
yeah,
I didn't have to
yeah.
pay for Donkey Kong. Why do I have to pay for this? Oh, it's just $5. No, I didn't have to pay $5 for that thing. Why is it okay? I just pay $5 for this.
I think
Like,
the
there's
Link's
no
Awakening, that already got the benefit. So there's
Yeah.
two things, two angles to look at this.
Oh yeah, and by the way, people talking about a toggle. There's plenty of games that haven't been announced that run better on Switch 2. Just because it's
Yeah.
just because you're playing it on Switch
Yeah.
2. So I don't want to hear.
But
this
that's
stuff,
only
man.
games that had like if it had an uncapped
Yeah,
frame rate,
right.
or it struggled to hit. If
I
the
get that.
Switch version struggled to hit the 30, it's going to hit the 30. So in a way, you already get kind of a PC benefit. The thing with PC games is they're designed from the ground up with the highest available quality textures that basically they know any current graphics card. Some companies do beyond what the current graphics card. Console game, they don't really
So
make
does
their
mean-
games that way. But
I will say that.
So does that mean
I-
they shouldn't charge because of how they supposedly make their games? Does that mean
I'd say it's
when
a
they
little-
do all this extra cool stuff, they just drop all this big new update stuff and sometimes new content, and they don't charge? Like, am I just supposed to ignore that and be like, "Oh, that's just
yeah,
PC
I
way,
agree.
I guess."
Well, the PC thing is like when I bought a PS5, PS4 games ran better if they didn't already run at a locked frame rate. Like you already got the benefit of the extra power. Like Bloodborne suffered on this one boss fight, like massive slowdown, and on PS5 it just
and by the way,
ran perfect.
If we want to play this PC game, like, well, I have an Xbox Series X. I have original Xbox games. They just fucking look way better, 4K. Some of them 60. Now they didn't charge me anything for that. So you want to hide behind the PC stuff, you can. I can give you an example of where we're talking about 2001, 2002 games that run at 4K 60 on my current console, and they didn't charge me a goddamn thing for it. So
I agree.
Well,
and they put a whole team together to do that. Yeah, Xbox put a whole team together.
Yeah, and they actually put some real work into that. The backwards compatibility.
Look, they knocked it out of the park with that, and they're literally the best company when it came to this generation. Like, there's no doubt about it in terms of that. But they're actually really like damn near the only company that did that. Sadly, and that's the unfortunate thing.
PlayStation was kind of PlayStation was kind of weird because some games they patched in a 60 FPS and a higher resolution for free, and then they re-released like a definitive edition. Stuff. Like, and it's like
and PC is not a company, by the way. It's just a platform. No, yeah. There are companies that are individually doing these things. Companies like Ubisoft and all the companies we play on Switch as well, who are doing this stuff on PC at no extra cost. So it's not like it's just that's a PC thing. These are companies we play on our consoles that are doing these things.
But so, I don't think, obviously it's not the case for Xenoblade, but there are Switch 1 games that there's nothing the Switch 2 is going to do to make it look better. Like, they had to just basically build a new game, port it to the Switch 2.
Like, are you telling me that's the case for Xenoblade?
I'm just saying,
that game came out late.
Yeah, I'm not saying that. Okay. I'm saying for some companies, I can see why they had to release a Switch 2 specific version, like Hogwarts Legacy. There was no up-resing the textures like that game needed to be completely redone. Like Witcher 3,
Doom 2016.
Doom. Yes, some of those games,
Skyrim and all this shit.
Basically,
that was not gonna work.
They can't just. Maybe you could do an update. Maybe they could do an update for some of those games and make it look better. I feel like you just have to basically re-download a whole new version of the game, like, to make it look good. Like Hellblade. Like, I can't imagine just an update's gonna be able to put that at 4K 60 FPS.
Didn't Witcher do that next gen patch? How much was that?
That was
but I believe
I will say this. This is why it's so random and odd, like the inconsistency. That's why I agree, because some people don't know this, but Panic Button did things like I was looking up because I wanted to make sure that it was what I was thinking. But yeah, they did development on ARMS, New Super Mario Bros. U Deluxe, Super Mario 3D World, and Bowser's Fury, and the Super Mario Odyssey patches, the upgrades for Switch 2 that are free, right?
Yeah, so they had a company do it.
That means they commissioned a company to so clearly it wasn't just straight up, hey, it just works. There's no obviously there's no button, just do these. So they did develop that, and that was free, right? So it is, and why were those free and why is this one paid? I can't tell.
And I'm gonna guess there's not gonna be maybe more than a couple free ones left. Like, I think if they do Metroid Dread, it's going to be a paid upgrade Switch 2 edition. If they do, what else is missing?
Well, it's random because they've done Switch 2 stuff, right? And then later on, they announced Splatoon Raiders, and what came? A free Splatoon 3 patch.
Yeah, you're right. So they added that later. I don't expect...
It wasn't a Switch 2 edition of Splatoon 3. They did the same, essentially what Xenoblade X is, this higher resolution. Yeah. I mean, not the frame rate because it was already good.
Can we talk about the full title too? How stupid that is.
It's so stupid.
Hilarious.
Xenoblade Chronicles X Definitive Edition, Switch 2 Edition. Like, I forgot to grab my PS5 games that have PS4 versions, and I was gonna be like, "What is the title of this game?" Like Horizon Forbidden West. What's the title of this game? Like God of War Ragnarok. What doesn't it say on there? Like PlayStation 5 edition. Like, it just, people are smart enough to know the difference. I mean, there's gonna be dumb people, but you gotta assume your consumers aren't just
So
absolute
again, we already
morons.
established that cart will also work on the Switch One. So
Yeah,
who cares? Like, I don't
yeah, it
know.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
There's no negative to just putting Metroid Prime 4 in a Switch 2 box.
So you're saying some people seem to be thinking it. I'm not, because I don't want to put it in the chat here, but based on what I'm seeing here, you guys are believing that they were making Xenoblade Chronicles X for Switch, not having any idea they were going to put out a
Yeah,
Switch 2 version.
that's the other thing.
Like, come on, come on. Of course,
That's
they're
what
not.
bugs me.
This
That
was like in the code for a while.
The game
Like
came out
60
last year. It
yeah.
would
Somebody
come
said
out
they
3 years ago.
saw 60 FPS in the code when they cracked it or broke it, whatever.
That was a while ago. That was when it came out.
And it's like, yeah, that came out a couple months before the Switch 2. You're telling me they didn't? And what kind of work? They just bumped the resolution. This isn't new textures and shit. Like, this is just a resolution
Yeah,
bump.
like, I don't understand. Like,
It's
yes,
not new
this is Switch.
textures.
They made it for Switch. What are you talking about, Eric?
Unless-
They made the game for Switch. So the difference is whatever they are, they knew them. I
Yeah.
don't
What I'll
understand
say is
where you're
there's
coming from.
definitely some sort of difference if they have to hire Panic Button to do the whole thing for these other things. But
Yeah.
Well, it
they-
wasn't.
those
Yeah, if
were
you remember,
free.
there wasn't.
Those were free though. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
What?
But a lot of the games didn't just work out with the Switch 2 out of the, like, they had to, companies
No,
had,
yeah,
remember
some
that
had to
list
get-
of games that worked and didn't work? They had to actually go
They
in
still
and
working on
Yeah.
this. Doom 2016.
yeah, and they all need
finally, like-
and they all need updates.
So-
There
what
was
What they do
no
with Doom 2016?
Well, they know that because that was like one of the ones that haven't been quite fully supported on Switch 2 yet,
Oh.
and it finally is now, or something like that. Like it's one of the few that now it's like
Okay.
like Bayonetta 3
fully like
that
no
could
crashes
definitely
and stuff.
use the extra horsepower. That's a 60 FPS game. That runs at 60, I believe, on Switch 2. I'm pretty sure. But
Which
in Bayonetta 3, pretty sure it's a lock 60 on Switch 2, but the resolution
Yeah, well, that's because the whole unlock. frame
yeah,
rate.
that's right. But the resolution's 480p in handheld and I think 720p in docked, and there's just no getting around that. Like 480p does not look. I played it myself. It does not look great in portable mode on that Switch 2 1080p screen.
Yeah, and at the end of the day, doing this, like these Switch 2 editions, you're not beating the Switch Pro
No.
commentary when you do this. You don't have to do any of this shit, right? Like, this isn't something they did for other consoles. Like, even the Xbox hasn't done this from Xbox One to the series. I mean, you may get some bumps or whatever. Why are we making specific editions from something that came out last gen? How about we make some newer games? Like, that was my issue early on with Switch. It was like, oh, here come all these Wii U games. We're doing this again. I understand the Wii U didn't sell well. All right, you want to re-up.
Going from
Got
disc
it.
to cartridge.
But Switch sold really well. Yeah, you're going for disc to cartridge. And Switch sold really well. Why are we making these Switch 2 editions? Other than Switch Pro, we can make a little extra money. People will obviously defend it all. So let's do it. I mean, I legit regret buying Xenoblade for Switch. I waited and waited and waited, and I was like, I ain't gonna do it. And I did it last minute, and then they do this, and it's like,
Well, how do you feel,
man.
T? If like again, like I was saying that obviously I it sucks that they charge it, but like would there be a thing where like say it was literally on sale for $40? Like I think it still is on sale for $40. So if you got it $40, would you get the upgrade pack? So it's only 40. It's still cheaper than just buying it for 60 at 45. Would you do that? Like would it be like, oh hey, you did it. Like you're still getting the benefit for cheaper.
Yeah, that'd be
You get what I'm
better,
saying?
but I still don't think they should charge. Again,
No, of course, for sure,
bought
for
the
sure.
new hardware. I did my part. I bought your better hardware. I should get the benefits of better hardware. It shouldn't be locked to me because you decided to do locked, locked frame rates on your games previously. That's not on me. I bought your new hardware. I should be
I bet
able
you-
to have the benefits of your new hardware, or not. Don't even make the fucking game. Give me some new games. Yes, we get new games. I get it. I got plenty of games. I understand we get new games. The point is, let's completely move on. That's an issue that we've been having for the last couple generations, where we just keep hanging on, and we're not fully moving on. And you got all
Well-
these players that won't upgrade to
I
the
don't know
new
if you
thing.
saw the
Give
announcement.
them some new games to entice them over, instead of giving them this. Oh, this is slightly better better frame rate stuff. Like this is corny to me. Like
Let me ask this
Well,
Well,
then.
with this one,
That's
like,
not what-
but my thing is this is to me this is quite the jump. I mean, we're talking 30 to 60, like that. I wouldn't say
I think
that's
it's a nice improvement. I
that's a
think
nice-
it's
that's a
still
nice
in the
improvement
realm
to-
of free. Should have been free if you're not going to go a little bit
no
more.
for free, but like I don't want to downplay like a jump to 30 to 60 personally, but to me like that's a jump.
And that's, I mean, that's
Come
just
on, you know?
simply they're taking advantage of the hardware and unlocking it. But here's the thing: do you think a Switch One, somebody who's, even the OLED, they solder on a little mod chip, and then you can hack it and unlock the what do you call it, the clock speeds and stuff. I wonder if somebody actually got Xenoblade Chronicles X Switch running at 60 on a modded Switch like OLED or something. I don't know if there'd be a video on that, but I'm just wondering if somebody was
I
able
highly doubt that.
if
That
able to
game
do
ain't
that.
Running a 60 down the Switch.
I don't know, man. Maybe not fully 60, but maybe they're able to uncap it. Maybe in some sections it's fine, but
Maybe some sections when you're staring out into the sky like in retro.
I don't think so. I mean,
Some of y'all got
I
more
think there's a
excuses.
lot.
than
I bet there's a
Nintendo
lot of
PR.
headroom in that because
No,
of all
I'm
the.
just, I mean, come on, let's be realistic too. In terms of that, I mean,
But also, you're speaking of Nintendo. Kind of, where's the new games? Did you see the Treehouse announcement?
yeah,
Fucking Mario Wonder
Yes, I know.
and some Pokemon game I never heard of. Mario Wonder is part of the Treehouse. I'm like,
Jermaine Pokopia, that's gonna be huge. That's gonna be a big game.
Okay.
That's gonna be.
but why is Mario Wonder on a Treehouse in 2026? Like, why is that one of your games for the Treehouse? Like, really?
Well, because it comes out really soon. That whole like thing that they're doing, the whole Bella Bell
Yeah.
Park.
155 million people on Switch. That ain't enough. We gotta get these next 20 million. We gotta get more people to buy this game at a higher price. By the way,
No, look,
Like-
in the end of the day, look,
Y'all
unfortunately
corny,
for me,
bro.
the problem is I don't particularly care that much. I'll be honest with you. Like it just like for me, it's like, do I think it should be
and
free?
they're counting on you not
Yeah.
to care. They're gonna keep doing this shit.
Well, I'm not.
It-
but
it's-
I'm
it's
gonna
like-
keep not buying it. I'm gonna keep
It's
not
like
buying it. Like,
DLC.
they're not-
Well,
they're
don't
not-
matter because enough people are going to buy it. And that's the problem.
and we're
I don't
never
think
gonna
there's that
stop
many
it.
people that
So-
actually bought the game, though. That's the thing. I don't think
There
they.
might be more people that waited for this, and then got it for, like I said, $40 or something, or something. I don't know. But my thing is like, to me, it's even like the thing is like to me it goes by game basis where it's like the extra stuff that they've actually added. Like I'm more interested in the whole Mario Wonder thing because I love Mario Wonder and it's new
But that's
content for
is that a
game.
$20
It's
upgrade?
yeah, because it's DLC. It's straight up DLC essentially. Like it's literally like But the only different that one's like more multiplayer focused, and then it kind of depends. Will anyone else get it? Will I be playing it like that? But again, if it's not and it's not really single player focused, I'm like I won't get it, and it's not really a big deal to me. Like it just
I'm
like
still
like it's not like this is replacing the 2D Mario for the generation. It ain't. There ain't no way. We're so early to the generation. So to me, like it's just, I don't know. Like for me, I just don't think it's as big of a deal. Like with the Switch 2 editions, I think the Wii U ports were more egregious personally. And so like the Switch 2 editions, like they kind of come and go to me. Like, oh hey, like I said, there's a Switch 2 edition of this. All right, well, okay. I'm
Yeah,
not
it's like-
gonna
it's
get
like
it
buying
until.
It's like buying a fucking sport. I'm gonna buy a sports car, right? And I'm gonna upgrade to the new sports car because it has 50 more horsepower in it. That's cool. Oh, but to be able to use that 50 more horsepower, we got to give us $50. You know what I'm saying? Like it's exactly the same thing. It's exactly the same thing. I bought the newer car, but I can't. I have to unlock the feature by paying you more money.
Well, actually,
that
there
I
are.
should have in the newer car.
I don't know if you know this.
Again, my thing is, I agree. Like I said, I totally think it should be free. But at the same time, like I don't even think there's that many Switch 2 editions like that'll even come out after. Like
Well, they pretty
like,
much
if you think about
gonna
like
have-
the games. There's not a ton. They could do Luigi Mansion 3 Switch 2 edition, bump that to 60
They
or something,
might.
but like, and they're gonna do if they do that. Am I gonna buy it? No.
I know,
Like,
but
it's-
at some
it's just like,
point,
I already played the game.
It's
I
just
played the game.
like you guys were on PlayStation about the same stuff. Like, I'm like,
And yeah, and
I don't
and
mind,
I did
like-
the same thing
No,
with
bro,
those
it's
stuff.
Nintendo. You can't.
I don't
But I did
mind.
the same
Okay,
thing
let's
with
say
PlayStation. I bought, you know, what was cheaper and like again, I bought Forbidden West, the complete edition years later. Like to me, it's not like it's just not as, you know, years have gone by. So many companies have done these things, and it's like I've noticed like it just doesn't matter to me because it's like I don't even I barely buy any of these
Yeah.
upgrades. Usually never, or one or two here, or you
I
know,
just think
like
it's
there's not-
gonna. It's just not a
I don't know.
great sign. Like I feel more and more that this is another 2018 from Nintendo first party standpoint. Like
No
they
way.
they had that huge
It's
Smash. They
way
had
better.
Smash, which was huge in 2018. Then they had
Smash is huge.
Super Mario
Other than
Party.
that,
You got
Super Mario Party
Wonder
was
in
very
the damn
popular.
Treehouse.
Super Mario Party
Mario
was
Party,
very
yeah.
popular, sold really well. Then they
You're
had
right.
Yoshi's Crafted World, and they had Mario Tennis Aces. I mean, that was,
Yeah.
and then they had 4 Wii U ports. They had the Bayonetta 2, 1 and 2 pack. They had Tropical Freeze, Hyrule
We
Warriors.
have like 7 new games this year from Nintendo, and they're like all coming out before the summer. So to me, it's like I don't know. Like we do this every year with Nintendo. We know the second half's gonna come.
Okay, what's
later
this?
on.
I don't know the
Tinky
7
Winky.
games. So what's the 7
Tinky
games?
Winky ass 7 games that I'm missing?
I know of 2.
am I
Oh
missing?
come on, man! Those are but those are we're talking about Tinky Week. I
You had
know I don't deal with
Yoshi,
that Tinky Winky shit. My
Tamagotchi
favorite, most
Life.
anticipated game is Tamagotchi Life.
Okay.
That's gonna outsell every other big game.
Well, I'd
you
put
think
that
is
with
big.
like Super Mario
So we're
Party.
talking
It's
about
gonna
sales
sell
now?
well. It's gonna sell well, I'm sure. Probably. I don't know though. I really don't know.
Tamagotchi Life sold 7 million on 3DS. This shit's gonna bang.
We'll see.
On Switch One.
I'm not
It's
saying
a-
it won't,
it's a
but I
nice
wouldn't be
game
surprised if
for-
it doesn't do as well.
But
After
you
all
think
this
it might
time.
do less than 7 million?
Yeah, it could. I just
Yeah, I don't. Yeah.
like Wii Sports was
I don't
huge,
see
but
it.
I know Wii Sports on Switch finally did pretty good numbers after a time. It wasn't like a huge.
Bro, that shit did huge numbers. People would kill for those numbers. It did like 16 million.
Yeah,
was
but
a
it was a
huge seller.
slow climb. I remember initially it was like got off to a slow start.
AKA it's evergreen.
But it was
What company's
evergreen.
gonna
Nier
not
Automata
like that?
just crossed
What are you
10
talking
million, yo.
about?
But Tamagotchi Life's based on Mii's.
Came out 2017.
I'm not saying I'd be shocked if it did
Bro,
more, but
it's their most liked like tweet for like Japan. Japan alone's gonna buy that shit a lot.
so
That's
okay.
a
I didn't say there
huge
wasn't
deal to
any games. So we got potentially the Yoshi game. I mean,
Pokemon Pokopia, which again is gonna be huge. That's like fucking the
what is the game?
It's literally like Dragon Quest Builders or Minecraft for Pokemon. And as
Two
someone
games
who
that I don't
loved
like.
Dragon Quest Builders 2, Dragon Quest Builders 2 is my number 2 game of the year, and it's the same developers working on that. Banger.
Okay,
Enjoy.
That sounds awesome. Rhythm Heaven Groove, and I know check it.
That's
Rhythm
niche.
Heaven Groove. I've been wanting a Rhythm Heaven for ages at this point. I've been talking about that.
Mario
I would
Tennis.
assume Splatoon Raiders. Admittedly, I would assume Splatoon Raiders. I actually don't know that, so I can't say. But there's not a year attached to that, so we're gonna say no. But it's gotta be.
We got Mario Tennis, which already came
Mario
out.
Tennis, which just came out,
Tamagotchi.
and then Fire Emblem. Well, I said yeah, Fire
I
Emblem.
keep forgetting about the
Fortune's
Fire Emblem.
Weave.
Completely forgot about
That's gonna
that.
be big, and it's gonna be
Yeah.
well reviewed. Let's be for real.
Okay,
here.
so that
That's
puts
gonna
it
be
that puts
well-reviewed.
it ahead of 2018 potentially.
Absolutely. And then Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, which amazing art style.
Yeah,
You
I'm
don't know
not
how
going
how
in.
the games-
I'm not on Juice's 2018 thing. That was a pretty abysmal year. But the year before, my God, I can understand why 2018 was what it was.
Yeah, we
It was
didn't have a
we shot our
2017 either,
load
so.
in 2017, right? So we didn't get a 2017, and now we're getting, not quite 2018, but so far, nothing.
I would say
overexcited.
personally,
Yeah, a lot of people are gonna buy it. A lot of people like Minecraft. I don't give two shits about Minecraft or Fortnite
You
or
can't
anything
ignore
like
that's
that.
not a
So
big seller. That'd be a big
I hope-
seller, though. You know what I'm
It'll be
saying?
a
the
big-
argument. I didn't think the
I don't
argument
know.
was.
I
Super
don't know.
Mario
Put it in
Party
big
was a big
sellers.
seller.
Yeah, and
Didn't
that's
buy that
fine.
shit
I'm not
either.
knocking that. I'm not knocking on Mario Party.
but you know,
But in the end of the day, like you're talking to the guy that don't knock on anything. Like I like variety and
Rhythm
stuff
Heaven
like that.
ain't moving the needle for
It's not moving the needle, but it's gonna move me.
yeah.
It's gonna make me go. Yeah.
I'd put
So,
Rhythm
that's
Heaven
the way.
in maybe
So this is
the
about you- this is
maybe
about
the
you.
UFO
This is about-
game.
about
You know?
what-
Maybe that
this is about what
UFO.
you're excited about.
For you, it's
You know,
great. That's fine. I'm just saying,
Absolutely.
a couple more games that we know of.
And then
some,
obviously,
could be
the
more.
third party wise,
Yeah, third
Dust
party's gonna be
Blood's
great.
huge.
Well, we don't.
Huge. Come on, that's a big exclusive.
I'm
That's a big
concerned for
exclusive.
that 2026. Elden Ring isn't even. That could, they might be working
Well,
all
okay,
on
It
maybe,
with
wasn't
Elden
but
Ring.
built
still,
on
regardless,
Switch 2. Elden Ring wasn't built on Switch 2. I don't know
If
where
Dust Blood comes out, this should be great.
Dust
Like,
Bloods. I'm sure
yeah,
it'll come out fine.
you got like 7 games Nintendo first party. You got a big third party exclusive with Dust Bloods. That come on, people that other people are like, oh man, why'd that game on Switch?
And I don't care about any of that shit. I
Well, I hate that
as a
sucks,
Nintendo
but that's
fan
games.
for
That's games.
as long as I've been, none of this shit moves anything for me. But
So-
Not
hey,
even Fire Emblem. Not even Fire Emblem moves you a little bit.
Fire Emblem does, but I'm a little worried about Fire Emblem though. So
Really?
I don't remember
Why?
much
little
about.
I was really impressed. By
a
what
little
the-
bit.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it now. Some of the combat looked a little.
I love that setting.
Cool.
It looks like ancient
Yeah.
Rome type thing.
Fire
Um,
Emblem will be a good one. I'll give you that one.
And then you would. I mean, again, this is the one. The question mark is: will Splatoon Raiders actually come out this year? You would think, but I mean, maybe not. But I mean, that technically doesn't have.
What is Splatoon Raiders?
Yeah, we
I
don't
can't
even know.
I agree.
get too excited about.
Yeah,
I
no,
can't
I
get
agree
too
with
excited about it when I don't know what the fuck it is.
I get that. I
So-
agree that. I get that. I get
And why are we still doing Nintendo? Why are we still hiding shit? I don't get it. Nobody's gonna copy your games. Nobody has the ability.
Well, I think they're trying to
make
avoid
games the way you do. I don't understand.
the shit Sony's doing, where they're announcing games 5 years in advance, and it
Oh,
just.
they announced it though. They already announced the game. So
What are you talking
you already announced it. Why are you
Yeah,
hiding what
yeah.
it is? That's what I'm talking about. I don't mind you waiting, holding games. That's not a problem with me. I'm just talking about you announced the goddamn game. We have no idea what it is.
I would
Well,
say-
I'll say you have that, and then you
Splatoon
got
isn't a
the,
new series. We've had Splatoons. We don't need to hide what Splatoon is. So,
but
it's
then
just
you also
weird.
have the Pokemon Gen 10 in November, which that hasn't been announced, but that shit gonna be announced.
Wasn't
literally
it
in a few
leaked?
days.
Was that part
That's
of the
been
leak?
leaked. Yeah, that's been leaked for literally.
When's
like,
that get? When's
a
that
year.
Friday? That presentation?
Yeah, I think I don't know something like that. It's Friday or something. It's sometime. this
Where's
week,
Terrell? We need
to be
him
honest.
on next podcast after this. And if there's like
Well,
new
next Friday is
Pokemon,
March. He said it'd be back March, so we'll see.
if there's a new Pokemon, he better come on.
Yeah, new Pokemans.
yeah, bitch.
RE9. What's
Yes,
the?
and that will be huge. I mean, Switch 2 exclusive Pokemon Gen 10. I mean, that's gonna be big.
You think it's gonna be exclusive?
Come on.
Did the rumor or leak say it's gonna be Switch to?
It was
Yeah.
that was a
I'm
part of
on that.
the leak.
Okay.
Not a rumor.
was
That was
it?
part of the leak.
Okay.
Yeah. Pokemon.
I'm surprised.
What is it called? Like Wind and Wave or some shit.
What is it gonna look like?
Oh, who
Have we
knows? I
learned
don't
any
know. I'm not
lessons?
sure. I don't know.
So
have we learned any lessons?
besides
I don't know.
before Friday, name what's the biggest third-party day and date game during the Switch generation?
The
Like-
Switch 1
Yeah,
day and date.
probably like NBA
I
2K.
would say.
I think that was one of the
I mean, we're
biggest day
talking
and date.
sales wise. It probably is 2K something.
As far
I
as
would
just
say maybe like Mortal Kombat 11 or 1.
did that actually
one or
make
the other.
one of them didn't make? I feel like one of them was slightly
11
delayed.
was day and date. I'm pretty sure 1 was also. But I picked up 11 on Switch 1 the first day it came out.
Yeah, so
Which,
that's probably the biggest one up until
I would
Resident
say
Evil
that's
9.
the biggest one.
11 what?
Mortal Kombat.
11 and 1. Both the Mortal Kombat.
Oh, Mortal Kombat.
Mortal Kombat 1.
I would say
didn't
that
launch very
I
good,
don't
but-
know, but I think that those are because Doom Eternal did not come out. That was
No.
like ages after. That was like a year after or something. I don't even know. But
Doom
but like,
Eternal's on Switch?
yeah,
I
would
don't
say
even
that-
remember.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doom Eternal's on Switch. Yeah. Yeah.
Does
Probably-
it
It looks
copy
really
at
impressive.
all?
Probably on the cartridge. I
Very
wonder if
impressive.
it's on the cartridge. So yeah,
Yeah,
Resident Evil
It's not
9.
even-
That
it's not physical. There's no physical.
oh,
copy of
okay.
Doom Eternal.
Resident Evil 9 is like that's it's not on the cartridge either, but it's still the biggest third-party game day and date.
I would say that's already bigger than Mortal Kombat.
Yeah,
personally.
since launch of Wii. That wasn't day and date either. Some of the games got day and date on Wii U, like this in 2013, like Assassin's Creed. Call of Duty was Ghost, I think, was the same day. But I mean, as far as popular franchises, those were those are big popular
Well,
franchises.
yeah, I mean, if
that
we're
day and
talking
date.
day and date, technically Switch 2 is gonna have already beaten it this
Yeah,
year.
with
within the
Pragmata,
next month.
RE9, and
Yeah,
um,
and
you know,
then
That's
Borderlands
part of
got-
the reason
007 first
Nintendo
party.
doesn't feel like they need to push out a bunch of stuff. I'm cool with that. You know, getting big fucking games, a
Mhm.
third party coming. That's great. I'm excited for that. I get it.
You're not picking up Tamagotchi Life?
Who, me?
Yeah.
Tamagotchi Life was a 3DS thing. I don't feel like it's a console thing to me. I don't know.
Oh man. But maybe they.
That was a
but
that
they
was a
did-
time. It was of a time for me.
but
I don't know if
see,
that's
the-
like a
they
game.
spruced it up as a sequel. Like, you could flesh out your island. Like, it's more New Horizons than
You
just.
had a lot of cool shit like Reggie running around, and all that was all
Yeah.
part of the
Yeah.
joy of it for me. And
But this,
we don't have
this
that
I'm
anymore.
surprised, man. I'm
We
surprised
we have
if-
robots figureheads
Yeah.
now, so we don't have
I was- yeah. Well,
we don't have
if
cool
it's
fun
like
people
Koizumi or
anymore.
something. If it's
Well,
not like
what-
Koizumi.
Yeah, what happened to?
Koizumi, but still, he's not quite there.
There
He's
was
not on that
there was
kind of-
no fanfare for this Doug Bowser's replacement. I don't remember her name. There's nothing. Like, did they?
What is her
Because
name?
there shouldn't be, Juice.
I have to
It's a
remember.
No,
corporate-
no introduction, like no little video. Hey, I'm so and so. You know, I'm like
Nothing,
Doug Bowser got
nothing.
Do you think
that.
she'll be at the next Nintendo Direct? I'm saying yes.
I don't think
Do you
so.
think she'll be at the like?
I don't know.
Doug
I don't know
Bowser
if
They
that's-
did it for Bowser. They did it for Doug
We'll
Bowser.
see, but he had the name.
Yeah, but that didn't go well. That's not his thing at all.
No.
Yeah, but it was very, no. But remember, that was an awesome first impression, and then he never showed up again. Because remember, it was like, you don't remember? It was, remember they had a CGI Bowser also with him, and like, hey, that's
Yeah.
my.
He
that's my
tried.
role.
That was clever.
funny as hell.
He tried, but yeah. I don't
Some
think-
people just aren't meant. Like I'm not. I wouldn't be good at
Yeah,
that type
that's
of thing.
fine.
No, absolutely, for
That's-
sure, for
That
sure.
ain't for him.
I'm.
Let me see. I
that's
don't
cool.
remember her name, to be honest with you. so I
Find
gotta look it
somebody
up.
with a personality to run these things. We, as Nintendo fans, we
Some
like that
people are
shit.
just like naturals on camera. I was watching this. She's
It's
from.
Devin Pritchard. Devin Pritchard.
There's
Is that her
there's
name?
some people just
That's
can
her
be
name,
so
Devin
relaxed and
Pritchard.
just themselves on
See, I don't
camera.
even know her fucking name.
That doesn't even ring a bell.
Pritchard does, but no, that's nothing. that's so sad.
Oh yeah,
That's so sad.
Monster Hunter Stories 3 is supposed to be out this year too. That's another third-party game.
That's another third party D&D, which that shit looks.
Is it
super
is it coming
impressive.
out on other
Oh,
systems?
Yeah, it's on.
Okay.
That's
Yeah.
gonna be on everything.
So
Which I
Capcom's
think even last year, yeah, like Chronos Day One, like along with the other. So there's
Was it?
already been day and dates compared to Switch One, like
yeah, because that
already.
was wasn't that Switch 1 though, Chronos? Was that
No,
Switch
that
2?
was Switch 2. You crazy? That was not.
When did that
Switch
come
one.
I'm
out?
checking for.
That was a
I'm checking for
day and
Stories
date?
3. I'm checking for
Yeah, like it was day and date though with everything else. Yeah.
Pocopia Psych. You checking for that? That's-
Let me
Like,
see a
I-
trailer.
I,
Not
so
for
honestly,
me.
like Pocopia, I was
Not
like,
for
I
me.
was like,
Did
oh,
they
that's
show it?
cool.
I only have one issue with that game. It's pretty big. It's $70, and it's not on the cart. That's
It's
just
not yep,
that's funky
the
to me.
big
That's
thing.
funky as hell.
Remember
Like,
when
I think that's funky to me too because it's a Nintendo published game. You would think.
Yeah,
that it would
yeah.
be
You
on
can
the
say
cart.
Nintendo didn't make it. It's
God, that looks terrible.
who's the developer? Fudge.
I'm just
I
not a fan of
understand
the
it's not
character
Nintendo,
design style.
But Nintendo, you know, people gonna look at this as like one of your games. Put that guy.
I've not seen this yet, so
If you're charging
I'm watching this
$70.
for the first
Which one?
time. I saw the thumbnail and I
Pocopia?
didn't like the,
Dude,
the
I
character
you
design.
know what's so funny is people are loving this, right? The reviewers are like unfortunately happy about this game. They're like, "Oh man, this is actually really good." I think people really want
Yeah,
this to not be good.
I feel like it's gonna do well, which
But the
also
thing is,
pains
I think
me.
people are learning about this that it's made by the Dragon Quest Builders team, which
See,
is
I'm
an
not
awesome
a fan
game.
of that
yeah.
goofy character design,
So,
but
Oh, I love the goofy
I
character.
like
called
the art
Tinky
style's
Winky.
fine, but yeah, I don't like that's
Look at
that's hideous.
that is hilarious.
It's almost like
It's
so ugly, it's cute.
For this Tinky
so
Winky looking
ugly
ass
it's
shit.
cute. I mean, just it's. I mean, it looks fairly. I can't even say it looks really clean for a Switch 2 game. Like it just looks. It looks like a Switch 1 game with a higher resolution.
It's
to me.
like clean and blurry at the same time.
Yeah. The tree looks.
ashy. You look
I don't
ashy.
mind like the tree art style, but I don't know.
Well, I'm making fun of that, but I give two shits about this.
I like
gameplay.
that. I like the actual.
Like, and it's not for me.
No.
It's not for me.
The Pokemon look pretty.
I'm not
I
gonna
like
like it either way.
their design with the lighting and
Well,
stuff.
it's cool because the idea is it's very almost Animal Crossing esque where you could talk to all the Pokemon, but then you also get their powers to be able because you're a Ditto, you're able to use their like powers to interact with the world around you. So it's almost like every Pokemon will give you a different power, which is pretty impressive. and create a little variety in terms of what you're doing. And again, made by the Dragon Quest Builders team. That made me excited. I was like, oh, I
Little
didn't know it
farming
made
in
by
there?
that team. What happened?
Little farming
Yeah, it's farming.
simulator.
Yeah.
It's yep. So that's gonna be big. The Pokemon.
I mean,
Yeah, I mean,
Minecraft.
these games do well with the right crowd.
is this
I'm not discounting
is
that
this
at
on
all.
Switch
I'm just
One as
saying,
well?
This shit don't do
No,
anything
it's
for
just
me.
Switch 2.
I can see Retro Death playing this.
And
Oh,
I think
yeah.
that's a miss if it's
But
only
still,
on Switch
like,
2.
I don't know.
Well, I mean,
I'm not- I think
it'll
Because
sell
it ain't
some
like it's
consoles.
doing something that Switch 1 can't do. I don't see I don't
Yeah,
see
but I guess-
anything.
Oh, it's it's
Games,
running at
you
a
wanna-
decent
you
frame
wanna-
rate. That's
you
what
wanna
it's
move
doing.
on. You want to focus on Switch 2, you know?
Oh, for this game, that's what they want to focus on Switch 2. This is the
Well,
game they
it's like, well,
chose
yeah, I mean,
to only focus on Switch 2.
I know it sounds great, but I'm sure that that's a game that like Dragon Quest Builders 2. I played on a Switch 2 is great, but you started putting a lot of things that shit chugged after a while. But it's just like that's the same concept. But
I want more ambitious titles. I'm with you, Artist and James. I want more ambitious. That's cool. Again, this has an audience. I'm not knocking that at all. There's plenty of games that come out like this that do very well, that excite
and now
a
it's
lot of people.
Pokemon's turn. Now it's Pokemon's
What's
And
turn.
now you
Terrell
got
think of
Pokemon
this?
slapped on there too. So yeah,
What's Terrell think
I
of
get
this
it.
game?
But
I get it. But again, they do stupid shit that just take away from it for me, like the cost of it.
I don't know.
And not
I
I
being
don't
able
want
to
to get a
I
cop.
agree
I don't
with
want to
you.
get a copyright thing, but this
By the
was the
time I
next thing
play it,
that
though,
played
I'm gonna pay like
automatically.
$40 for it.
T.
watch.
Fucking
wait,
Devastator. I was just showing. I was saying I had
Ooh,
the most nostalgia
There we
trip
go.
I
Are
ever
you-
went down.
Like the claim on this, or are you on? Is this on the?
This is
the
on
screen?
YouTube. Yeah, just for a second.
mm.
I don't know, but just a second. Sometimes they be still claiming.
Devastator.
Get out of here.
I wanted the Devastator toys so bad when I was a kid. I'd stare at the Christmas JCPenney Christmas catalog
Me
toy
too.
section, and I just would like visualize having that toy. And then obviously in the animated movie you just saw somebody recreated the toys and
Didn't a game come out a few years ago? Like
that I think I didn't. That was like a platinum.
Transformers Devastation or
Yeah.
something like that? Was it? Yeah, was it platinum? Yeah.
But somebody made, I don't know if it was all AI or somebody said somebody worked many years on it. It had like Japanese or Chinese characters on the screen, but they took the toy versions of the Transformers and made them look photorealistic.
That was
Basically,
AI.
in a generic like city, but they just took the toy models and made them look realistic. It looked awesome to me. It was like the biggest nostalgia trip I think I've ever had in my life. It just immediately brought back. I was instantly looking at the Christmas catalog toy section, like instantly. It was crazy. I never felt anything like it. I still remember looking at the Devastator put together, but then I watched the commercial for the toys, and they look so basic. They're just like solid green, no
Seriously?
detail. And
Had to grab my boy, you know. You know what I'm
Nice.
saying? I can't. I don't remember how to transform.
my
man.
brother's was so wore out that it just like it would just fall open.
Shit fell apart.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and
Cats
another we
and-
got orbitals at
There we
least.
go.
That's another one that I think you
Ooh.
into.
Orbitals looks awesome.
And for some reason, that again,
Sure.
that's a game I don't understand why that's a Switch 2 exclusive. That's strange to me. I don't really understand it, but it is. So
Yeah.
Yeah, so-
Why would you make that a? I don't know. Company.
I don't know.
What are you
Like
doing?
it's not even
Did you
like
get a
they're
good
not
deal
published
from
by-
Nintendo?
not
Like,
published-
that's
it's
weird.
not even published by Nintendo. Like I don't know. Very strange. But hey, man,
Because they already have a game in that style. I forget what it's called. Split Fiction. It's like,
No, that's not the same company though.
I know, but I'm just saying the Switch 2 already has a game in that style, so it's not like there's
Oh.
not another game like it, which would be an argument to
Yeah,
put it out.
I get what you're saying. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah,
Um,
yeah. I don't. I mean, it looks very cool though. I do look forward to that.
Clocked It said It Takes Two was okay to good, right? That's a quote. That's not me
He said it was
exaggerating.
okay to good.
Yeah.
He did say it was
After the
okay to good.
first,
Which I mean, again, to be fair, it's
Two-
really impressive. 'Cause he's only played.
He's
I
early.
wanna- He's only
He's
played
early
like
in the
the
game.
first two chapters essentially, which is
Mhm.
way more than that. But you know, I still think he's gonna list this. If he played it with me, I think we'd have more fun. I don't know who he's played it with.
I think
I would
one of his
excite him more
daughters.
if we played- You know.
I like
I
Orbital's art
understand.
style. Just, I don't know, the co-op's just immediate turn off.
Yeah,
Obviously,
I get
if you got somebody to play with, that I mean, those games I'm sure are really fun.
Yeah, like I plan
Yeah,
on
I
playing
mean, the
with my
game
son.
itself has to be good, so we'll see. how
But
it
yeah,
is.
I kind of feel like
I-
just because they copied that studio's ideas, I mean, doesn't necessarily mean it's gonna be a fun game.
Right,
or
doesn't
really
mean it's gonna
good.
be as
No.
good.
They
No,
might just be.
absolutely.
It might just be a shadow of the source they're copying from, or it might be
We're
really
all
clever.
flash and
Well,
no
there's-
substance.
To be fair though, I'm glad that there's more because they also have the Lego Voyagers that's similar to that, and I like that there's more co-op games that are more thinking about, hey, this can only be played in co-op because not just it's a single player that you can play in co-op.
Mhm.
That's not the same thing. That's not like creating a game around two players is wildly different than just having a co-op mode
It's,
somewhere.
and it's also ballsy.
Yeah,
That's pretty ballsy to do.
yeah.
I'll give them that.
And I think I don't know. I also don't want people to compare them so much to Hazlight because at the end of the day, like, Hazlight's just like the crowning jewel when it comes to that because they also have the friend pass, so you only have to buy one game and you can play with two people, even though if they're on separate consoles.
Mhm.
I highly doubt this game's gonna do that. Like, at some point, not all devs could do that, and people need to realize not all devs could do that. Just like not all games could be a certain price, like not all devs can do this. So I highly doubt they're gonna do that, but maybe they will. But I don't think so.
And hopefully,
I'm with you, Artisan James. No Rest for the Wicked looks awesome. I can't wait to see that on Switch 2 as well.
is that the
Yeah,
one?
did you see?
Yeah,
did you
but
see that they are bringing it to Switch too. They have the
I was about to pull the trigger on it on Steam, and I was like, oh, Switch 2.
that is
Maybe I'll wait.
from what I've gathered, that's a very Souls-like game, but with a different perspective.
Yeah. Right.
well, it's also they say it's their Zelda. That's how they say it.
Yeah.
It says their Zelda. So in terms of like the genre, like the style
Really?
Yeah,
and
yeah.
stuff. So yeah.
Yeah.
So
That's what
I mean, to be
intrigued me
fair,
the most. And
they've
how it
only
looks.
made two bangers, so maybe the third one's also another banger. So I don't know.
It's
I
been
haven't
out
played.
in early access for a while.
It's been out. Yeah, I think it's like
Yeah.
early access. So, amen. They doing the thing.
Put that bitch in a cart. I'm there.
I wonder if that thing is true where, like, they started making maybe like a smaller versions or whatever, because it is interesting that something like Indiana Jones is on a card, and I feel like we've seen in the past month or two a few more games on carts than you would
Yeah.
think.
Indiana Jones in a cart, Pocopia not.
Very weird. Yeah.
Indiana
yeah.
Jones, I'm
Yeah.
surprised.
And right. They don't. It's not even physical on Xbox or PlayStation.
Mm-mm.
It is digital.
Yeah.
That's insane. That's
Yeah.
insane. But see,
That-
they know their
That's what's so
audience.
weird.
That'll guarantee T's
Yeah.
gonna buy it right there. Just put the game on the
Oh, that's a
cart.
guarantee. I'm not even gonna play that fucking version because I already played the fucking thing on Xbox. But you put that bitch in a cart, it's going to the collection. Easy. That's an easy purchase for me.
That's how I felt about Dark Souls. I mean, there's no banner on the cart, like there's no download required shit on the box. It's just the Dark
Yep.
Souls cover, and I was like, I'm gonna pick that up. Now, I'm not planning on playing it, but if it did have like you have to download a big chunk, then I'd be disappointed and I wouldn't have bought it. So let's talk about. I was gonna say, Hazelight's great until EA decides to close them or something. If they have that power, I don't know if they do. They might just be a partner.
No,
but
they're independent studios.
Okay.
They're independent.
unlike
They're
Did
not
they say
owned by
anything
EA.
about why can I remember the name of this game? Whatchamacallit to Midnight.
South of Midnight?
South to Midnight, yeah. Did they say anything about that being on Switch too? Or
Oh, that
anything?
is on coming to Switch 2. That's right. Remember, it was announced at the Game Awards. South
I
of
didn't watch
Midnight.
Because
Switch.
that's a perfect.
Is
That's
it
a
coming to
perfect game. for
PS5
Switch.
then? I didn't even
Yeah,
know that.
it's coming to Switch 2. And
It's coming to
PS5.
Switch.
Really?
It's going to be coming to PS5
Yes,
for sure.
they're coming to
Okay.
both of them in spring 2026.
Yeah.
So I didn't
Because
hear
I would
that.
guess that game didn't do too well on Xbox and probably PC.
Because that's
Yeah.
So,
who's the, that's not, is that a Bethesda studio or not a Bethesda studio?
No, it's Compulsion something.
Compulsion. Yeah.
Compulsion Games.
So that's more. That was like, wasn't that more originally an Xbox I don't know if they started.
No, they're owned by
No,
by
they're
Microsoft.
Xbox Studio.
Yeah. Was
Yeah,
that
they're
one
owned by
that they
Microsoft.
bought or they built up? I can't remember.
Oh, bought. Yeah, I guess they
But they-
bought
that
most
one.
of it because they weren't.
But that
They
would
weren't,
be
like, you
the
know-
first non-Bethesda. No, wait, that's Activision, but yeah, like an actual before they're. I don't know why, for some reason, just like I still don't see Bungie as like a PlayStation studio. I still think of Bungie as Bungie, but I think South of Midnight would be the first like true Xbox like studio game to hit Switch 2.
Fucking gorgeous.
I didn't think about it. They
Fantastic
acquired this.
game.
They acquired this company in 2018. They released a We Happy Few, that game, in South of Midnight 7 years later.
That's crazy.
I forget how long these games.
Well, Sony for some
Same
reason
thing with
didn't.
Blue Point.
They're just like
yeah.
Let's
They
go ahead and
gave-
transition.
they
over.
gave Blue. That's where I was going in the beginning when I was talking about
Okay.
Hazel.
Okay. Yeah, where are we going first? Because we got both PlayStation and Xbox to talk about.
I just saying Blue Point.
Let's
Yeah,
do-
they didn't.
do
They
Blue
weren't
Point
like
first.
serving some major role. They're making remasters and remakes, but they were good at it. Like, and people want new games.
You want to know
Obviously,
their output? Because I remembered their output. They put out 8 games in 14 years. 8 games.
but still,
and,
in 14 years, that's what?
No, that's
less than
impressive.
2 of the year.
Are you saying it's
Yeah,
impressive to you? You're saying it's impressive, right?
Yeah, that's impressive. I'm
Oh,
saying
okay.
that's impressive. And since they were acquired by PlayStation, would they put out 1 game?
No, not
No.
even. That was they acquired it
Oh, no,
after.
not
Like it
even.
was like
Really?
after they released.
I thought they were on them for the Shadow of the Colossus remake. I guess I didn't. I guess I was wrong.
No,
No, they didn't own them during the Shadow
no,
of
they
the
didn't
Colossus
own that.
So it's like what? There's 70. It said it was a 70-person studio. What? Like that couldn't have been a huge like cost to them, expense to them. And it's like, okay, so you gave them a God of War live action game that either you pulled the plug just
Well,
because
they pitched it, but they knew that they weren't going to get anything greenlit if it wasn't a live action thing. So that's why.
I wonder, like,
Live
I
service.
wonder
Yeah,
if
sorry,
it was
live
just
action.
like
live service.
Sony
He
looked.
said live action.
I wonder if Sony looked at it and was just like, "This is what you guys made," or it was just like, "Well, we can't do live service
No.
anymore."
They couldn't do it. They were missing deadlines. I thought you guys. Maybe I saw a video or something. Maybe it was Destin or somebody's video.
So
where
Blue
he's talking about
Point
what
was missing
happened.
deadlines. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they were missing deadlines on the God of War game. That's why it got canceled. And so they were saying that they kept pitching because I think they have to have 4 pitches if they want to have a meeting. So they kept pitching. They had 4 things every time, and they just got getting turned down. They were like, I think the writing's on the wall. So they kind of knew it was coming. They eased up. Yeah.
It's like,
Stupid, man.
But
I mean, maybe.
your boy Herman Host is I can't completely blame him because this was something started under
Well, it's before Jim
yeah,
Ryan.
Jim Ryan.
he's a little
But
too
he hasn't
Horizon
done.
happy.
Yeah, he needs to chill.
And some people are like, I'm not saying it's Peter Molyneux, whatever. I forget his last name from Fable.
Molyneux.
He was running a studio and he had these ambitious ideas that really never met anywhere near what, like, the final game was nowhere near what Fable was promised to be. And it's like, you thought because he's, I don't know, he was running this studio, like, okay, now let's put him ahead of Xbox game division. Like, some people just aren't meant to. He's more of the thinker of ideas and stuff. Some people aren't great business people. You put them in charge or great managers, like.
Creative people aren't the best, like you said, managers. And
running
whatnot.
a studio
that-
of people, you have a good team.
James Gunn.
And then you put them in charge, and then they're like, yeah, James Gunn, who says Batman's just boring.
Yeah, I just it went over my head.
I was trying to bait Robert on that one.
Batman's just boring, Batman's too boring. We got to do something about that. Like, come on.
That was real fast. You slid that in there. I didn't even notice.
So it's like, I don't know, man. If anything, just keep them around because they can make a really quality remake or remaster. Like, you're going to keep releasing them, even though that sucks. That's what they do, but that's what they keep.
Well, who's making the
Well, they
God
said
of
they
War remake?
remaster.
The
That's not
trilogy
God of
remake.
War. Oh, sorry, I talked all
Well,
over
who's
you.
making the no? Who's making the God of War trilogy remake? What?
I wonder if
That's
I
Santa
don't think they
Monica?
announced it, did they?
Well,
Oh,
why
they
would it
did
be Santa
announce it. Okay.
Monica? It should just be Blue Point, bro. You
And
had him in your
yeah.
bag.
And they
Boom.
got the
Blue-
voice
Blue-
actor back. Was he is he actually recording his lines for those games, or was he just recording lines for the other game?
Oh, I don't know
I
if
would hope he's
if
back
there's
for
actor.
the remakes as well.
I'm assuming. Yeah, I'm assuming it's new voices that he's gonna do.
Yeah, re-record. Maybe they probably ain't gonna have a word because some of that. I feel like that was an era where some stuff was just vulgar for the sake of it, especially with David Jaffe. Like,
Yeah, it was over the top. That series, PlayStation 2, that was just over the top for the sake of it. Because that was the era. That was
Mhm.
2000, mid 2000s. That was the era of like edgelord shock value shit.
yeah, I remember there
And
was a trophy for like
pushed the envelope.
curb stomp a hoe or something was a trophy for like step. It's funny, but it's like that's
Yeah.
your trophy. That's
That
your
don't fly today. But
accomplishment.
that was
Yeah.
yeah.
I
That was-
even back then
wouldn't
I
say
thought
cool,
that
thank
was
you,
kind of
even
like
then it wasn't cool.
that was trying too hard. I felt like it didn't come across to me back then as funnier as it does now. I don't know, but yeah, it's like, I mean, Demon Souls is like a fantastic job. Like they have the technical prowess. Like just keep around just to help other studios or something. It just feels it's just weird. Did they have a
Well, it's strange. Their last project, I was looking. The last thing they did additional work on God of War Ragnarok, right? So they worked with them in God of War Ragnarok. Like, even if they were just a support studio, like I don't like how.
there
They
had
just
I
shut
wonder if
them
there was any
down.
kind of beef between the head of Blue Point and the head of Sony.
I don't think it's
Or if it
beef.
was a-
They shut down multiple studios this generation already. So
Yeah.
it's like in the end of the day, like they shut down the obviously the Concord guys.
Japan.
They
and-
shut down. They shut down this one. I'm looking up because I was curious what else. London studio. Oh yeah, that's right. Right, they just did that. The London.
Somebody
studio.
put up a graphic and it was like graveyard gravestones
Mhm.
Yeah.
since like 2012
They shut
2012 from
down-
Sony. And it's it's quite a
Firewalk
few.
was the Concord. They shut down Neon Koi. I don't know what they did, but they shut them down.
It's
They
like
shut down Manchester studio.
why can't you just like let
And
them
this-
go back to instead of shut them
Oh,
down?
Japan studio. That's the biggest one.
I
For
saw
Yeah,
Japan
that was,
studio. That was
yeah,
the first one.
Yeah, that was a while ago now.
That's the bigger one.
But why can't you just say, okay, we're gonna write you guys off. You can just go do what you want. You're no longer part of us. Why do they have to just shut them down? Like,
Because they
it's just-
paid for them.
I know, but it seems like there could be a way to just like either sell them or let them go.
Yeah, didn't that happen, or did that happen with who did?
Remember,
Microsoft
Xbox
let
got rid
go,
of the team that made.
Yeah, it was
maybe
it was
Crash Games?
not Toyo GameWorks. It was something GameWorks.
Something
What's
GameWorks, yeah.
What's the
from
I can't remember their
just
name.
played well, I'll look at. They did the Ghostwire Tokyo game. Tango GameWorks.
Tango. Yeah, it's
Oh,
like
I wasn't thinking about Tango. I knew about
No.
them. There was another one.
Just
The
like
one,
that-
the guys who did Crash 4 or whatever. And
Oh,
Toys
yeah.
for Bob. Yeah,
Toys
that's
for
right.
Bob, that's who I was thinking
That's
about.
right.
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah, they
just
didn't
let this
shut them
like,
down. They let them like exist or something. Just
So then they have to like
So,
go
like,
try
just
to
flip
start
it.
a new company with a new name and like that's like thanks for buying us and then kick like the Concord team they bought that like
Yeah,
they
'cause
bought that
that's
studio
foul,
during
bro.
the development of Concord. They never made
That's
any other game
foul.
and then you just close them down. It's like, well, just let them go
Yeah.
back
You
to being
shouldn't be able to
independent.
do that. There should be laws against that kind of shit.
Yeah,
You
you
just
would think.
acquire a company. What? How do you know? How do we know you ain't just trying to get rid of your competition?
Mm.
Right? Can a company just do that to get rid
that's
of them?
true.
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
you know what I'm
that's-
saying?
that
Like,
is true.
that seems
Oh,
foul to me.
I know this is unrelated, but did you guys watch that clip I shared where one of the guy who he's something to do with the Game Awards and Tencent, and then Tencent was involved in that High Guard game, like they owned a portion of the High Guard.
Oh yeah.
and
I
then
heard
he's on
little-
he's on the board of the Game Awards, and it's like, oh, that's why High Guard got the end of the Game Awards slot for
And
free.
plot-
I'm like that. Like, why
Reviews.
aren't more people talking about it? That's true. Like, that's just some straight up insider.
Because
trading
nobody
shit.
cares about
Like,
High Guard.
Yeah, I know,
that's
but
why.
it's like everyone's like, well, Jeff really liked it. He really liked it. No, he was told
Yeah.
this is going to be the game. guy had personal stakes in it. Like that does not seem right at all. But I guess it's just an advertisement. It's
If
not
the
like
guy was a woman instead, that would have got people riled up. Like it'd been a new Gamergate or some shit. But it's a
Yeah,
dude.
well, I guess for that one, that's just like yeah, if he has stake. I guess
Oh, she was
the whole
paying
thing is the
sexual favors.
lack of transparency about it. I guess you could say is
yeah,
where
it
it's
was
like,
weird.
you know,
People
Stinks.
thought it was weird even before the the game release. Like, why was that the end of the show? Like, people were ragging on it immediately. Like, why was that the end of the show? Like,
Yeah,
that's
Jeff Keighley was talking that shit up before the
yeah,
show.
and everyone's like, well, he really liked it, and I'm
Yeah.
like, well, if that's true, the Tencent involved in the game and the Tencent guys like on the committee or board of the Game Awards, I'm like, that's just obvious what happened
That's
there. Like,
skeevy.
and it's
gross.
like that's why people have a problem, and it sucks that the developers had kind of paid the price there, but at the same time, was it their fault
Yeah.
that they got
Yeah.
thrust into the spotlight? That's your competitive, your looter shooters and stuff. That's a very volatile market. Like
That's a tough market to
you're
break.
either going to be the next big thing, which really Fortnite's still the big thing. Like nothing's actually
Well,
top
honestly,
Fortnite.
have we seen like a new big thing, like a new Catch a Fire thing? Like, what I don't
Some
even know
have
what the last
some
one
have
was.
burned
Like,
bright for a little bit, but then they went back down to earth. Whereas Fortnite's still huge, which blows my mind. But Marvel Rivals was pretty huge. I don't know if it still is.
Marvel Rivals is but even they shut down some laid off
Yeah.
some people.
Yeah.
You know,
After its huge
It's like, what the
How
success,
hell?
big was it?
I bet it's still doing pretty well overall.
oh no, it's
but-
still big, but it's like they
Yeah,
still
like, what
It's so weird. Like
has
the
come
game
out
industry.
that's Overwatch like.
Well, that's the thing is like you
Since
you're-
Overwatch.
you do a successful game and you're still fired.
Yeah.
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 What the fuck?
Well, it's
There's
because-
no security whatsoever.
because you
Can't
gotta
win.
you gotta have constant growth. You gotta make the shareholders gotta make money. You can't just be
It's not
successful.
sustainable. That's it.
It's such
It's
a
a horrible
stupid
business
It's
model.
so stupid. Like UPS right now, our drivers keep complaining because they got a new CEO and she's shutting down a bunch of smaller hubs. So now the hubs that are left over are gonna get extra packages, and then now they're telling like out of their 80 drivers, they're only letting 42 of them work. They're what do they call it? Getting rid of their routes every day. So now you got half the drivers to do the same amount of work, and their trucks are they come late and they're just jam packed, and the drivers are just overworked, and it's like it makes no sense. But to a bean count or whatever, the expression is somebody who's looking at the numbers. Oh, look at how much money we're saving this way, like. And it's like UPS is hugely successful. Like, how much more money do you need to make?
Not good enough.
It's just stupid. And it's like, oh, we gotta have the shareholders gotta be making money off their investment. So
Yeah.
it's-
And that's the point. Thank you, Eras, because I was gonna say that earlier. I forgot. That shit was organic.
yeah. It
Fortnite.
initially
It wasn't
failed.
They weren't trying to
Yeah,
do
yeah,
this thing.
Yeah.
They just happened to do a thing that caught fire. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
organic is the best way to do it. Not I'm gonna make 12 games and one of these bitches got to work. And
Well,
I'm
look
shut
at the
down
mobile
all
game.
the other studios. You
Yeah.
know, you can't do that. You can't do that.
How many mobile
And they
games
still
do you
got other
think?
ones like I forgot that one Haven Studios is that game.
They haven't
Fair
made
Games.
shit. They still haven't made
That
anything.
shit is gonna. Will they
This
be
lady
shut
keep
down?
getting jobs and keep getting acquired, and they ain't make shit in the last fucking 8 years or something.
Well, that's
Like,
what worries me because I love Media Molecule, but they haven't released a game since Dreams 2020. And you're like, we haven't even heard of a game from them. I'm like, are they next? Who's next? Like you unfortunately they've shut down, what was it, 6 studios in this past generation, the past 6 years. That's once a year. That's not good. That's not looking good. It's like, oh man,
It's like
So
it's
I
crazy
hope-
too because
that's not.
unless like some of these studios were they're just like they're just not very competent. Why? Like we just gotta let them go. I don't know what the reason is, but that would be the only reason where I could say, okay, there's no saving this studio. It's just a mess at this point. But I don't think that's the reason. I'm just saying that would be the only way
I don't think it's the
the
yeah.
only
I
way
don't
I'd be
think
like,
that's the
okay,
reason.
this studio's a mess. It's just too much. But it's like you have the studios, you're struggling with games. Have another team. I don't know. Maybe this doesn't work. Have another team help out with another game so you can get them out quicker or something. But instead of just get rid of them, But just, once you get rid of that, all those expenses, all those employee benefits and pay and stuff, it's just off the books. There's extra couple million or whatever immediately off the books.
Everybody wants to fly too close to the sun. I don't know if that's just a what do you call it? A symptom of our economic system here in the United States, where once you take a company, what is it called, public, then you have to deal with that whole system of shareholders and all that shit. That seems to be the biggest problem, because not everything. There's plenty of companies that you just make your goddamn money, pay your employees, have a little growth. Great, maybe not so much this year, next year. Fine, you're a functioning, profitable company, and that doesn't seem to be enough, at least in our system.
Well, what happens is,
unfortunately,
let's say you started a company and it was successful, and you're doing it a while, and then all of a sudden some company comes along and says, well, we'll give you 50 million cash, and let's say your company does like 5 million a year, and it's like, sometimes I can't blame an owner for taking like a huge,
for sure,
especially if you're old. If someone's older, like where I worked, he was 70 something years old, and none of his kids wanted to take over, so he's just like, let's see what we can get for it.
I mean that's fine. He voluntarily sold his company.
He wasn't happy once he found out what they did to it after they bought it, but
because you have no control over it.
It's like
George
when you
Lucas,
sell something to somebody, like a car, and then they just trash it. It sucks, But what can you do? They paid you for it. It's theirs,
George Lucas, exactly. Yeah. He almost immediately regretted that shit, but he was like, "Fuck, it's too late now."
So it's
when you build something up your entire career, your entire life, and somebody just shits it out in 5 years, it just completely ruins your whole brand. It's pretty sad.
Yeah, I mean, the whole Bloodborne thing, like, there had to have been some kind of licensing, some kind of issue, because that's just printing money. If you're gonna you do Demon Souls, then you're like, oh, Bloodborne's the next obvious one. It's like, yeah, it might not sell 10 million copies, but I feel like it would sell a couple million for sure. Bloodborne's very.
Well, I mean, again, you're talking about 70 people. Scale the project to where it doesn't hurt you, and you're ingratiating yourself with the fan. You think the fans? Obviously, the fans want that. That's all they've been talking.
Everybody. That's the one
like
game
10 years.
People are asking for.
Right, that's the one game that everybody wants. I've heard for 10 years. Make that happen. And then I'm sure it's going to do really well, by the way. I'm sure it's going to do really well. And then Bloodborne 2, Bloodborne 3, you're building a franchise within a franchise. Like,
not only that, but they worked on PS4 collection with Uncharted, the Nathan Drake collection.
They did that.
They have these things that, like, they've done these things.
They're like
proven.
They're like
and why are they not working on the God of War trilogy? They should be working on the God of War.
They should be the ones working on God of War.
Right. Not your Santa Monica. They should be working on something new. What are you doing? Like, that's just obvious.
Just, I mean, Hollywood.
We've got a whole generation where Naughty Dog hasn't made a new fucking game.
Yeah.
Like, that's crazy.
They used to put out every couple years. They had 2 teams.
Yes.
And it's I mean, that's same shit.
Crazy.
Hollywood's the same way. In some ways, they're like, let's just put out a Fall Guys. Like, who thought that IP was worth like the Fall Guy or whatever?
No, that's Fall Guys, and 2 of the worst box office stars delete that shit.
I didn't even know it was based on the TV series. I used to watch that show. I didn't even know that.
I didn't know it was based on the TV series when I saw it.
Yeah, the Fall Guy.
You didn't know it was based on the show?
Yeah, I didn't.
I didn't know. I didn't know.
Oh, shit,
I haven't heard of the show until
I didn't know until
the movie, and then I found out.
Fucking Lee Majors, man. Yeah, I loved that show when I was a kid.
But then they're like, "Oh, let's try to resurrect. Let's do a sequel to a movie 30 years old." And it's like, well, it worked for Top Gun.
How did that get greenlit? Like, what the fuck? Top Gun makes sense. There was a huge fan. Top Gun was a successful film with a huge star. It makes sense.
And
why are you remaking a TV show that if you ain't 70, you don't even remember that shit? Like, what? And then you're going to put, I love you, Ryan Gosling. I do. It's not his fault, but he's box office poison. Like, he cannot do him and Emily Blunt. They are box office poison. Put them together on this obscure ass TV show movie. What do you think's gonna happen?
I
So
still-
boom,
I
He's
could-
got, he's got the new movie Project Hail Mary coming out.
That's
next
doomed.
month.
He's
We'll
in
see how
Star
that
Wars
goes.
too. He's in
He's gonna be doing Star
Starfighter or
Wars.
whatever.
Yep. he's
Yeah,
gonna
so
be doing Star
I'm
Wars.
excited for. He can't bomb that. I don't think.
Project Hail Mary is gonna be a disappointment box office. I'm calling it. I have
Yeah.
trying to avoid
think- I
trailers. I saw the first
Well,
trailer
also,
and I was
to
like,
be
that
fair, he's
looks
he's
cool.
you know he's in Barbie, but he's not the lead
No.
in Barbie, but he's
People said he was
people
great
love him
in it,
Barbie.
but yeah, that's not
People
really.
love him in Barbie, yeah.
He as a side character, like a guest. I don't know what you call that. Supporting actor.
Supporting role.
Yeah. But like, what's with all like Disney is the worst with the live action remakes, and it's just like it's just never
Hey.
ending. It work.
They're making money.
They make
They're
money.
working. I mean,
Yeah,
I hate
they
it.
make money even
They
without
at least
me, man.
make
They make money.
fucking Lilo and Stitch. Who saw that shit hitting a bill? What?
Oh, that makes
What?
sense. Again, I say that makes sense. 'Cause,
I
like,
still don't
that's-
understand the hype of the original. Like
I was just gonna throw that shit on Disney Plus. That was Disney
Yeah.
Plus slop. They were just gonna
Mhm.
throw it on Disney Plus. Somebody was like, "Nah, put this shit in theaters." Same thing with Let It Go. What's this fucking
Frozen
Frozen.
Frozen? Frozen was just gonna be like,
straight to DVD.
you know, straight to video shit. Yeah, and kabloom. So you just never know. man.
Moana 2 is supposed to be a Disney Plus show, and then they ended up making it a movie, made $1 billion. You know,
Who's
they just cashed and made the billion.
who's lining up to see Grogu and the Mandalorian movie? Like the show first
I
season
don't
was
know,
good.
man. I'm really
The
that's
trailer-
a movie I
the
think.
It did look good. I will say it looked. It gave me like
It didn't
New
look.
Hope
Yeah,
vibes.
it didn't look like a Disney Plus show in a movie
No.
format. Like Tron Ares, that felt like a Disney Plus show. Like there's no way that was, in
Mhm.
my mind, that was theatrical from the start. Like that feels like such.
And who keeps greenlighting Tron movies? man?
To be fair, wasn't that
That's
wasn't
another
that
one.
IMAX?
None
Though?
of those
Wasn't
movies do
that
well. None of them.
Well, they had it.
all bombed.
I mean, it's all most everything's fucking fake in that movie, but yeah, they had it in the IMAX. They shot it in the taller format. Then they released it on 4K cropped, and you have to get Disney Plus to get the
That's what I'm
IMAX.
saying. Like, to be
It was,
fair,
it was
that
making a
means they
Tron
shot it for
movie
theatrical.
with Jared Leto.
Yeah, and I don't know who the other girl is, but I didn't know it was gonna be a buddy movie.
What?
I didn't know it was gonna be a buddy movie. I had no idea. It's such
Again,
a weird.
no Tron movie has done well. They
No.
all have bombed.
And this one's like.
Why do we keep doing this?
So there's a scene I almost recorded it off screen to show you. Like it
I'll
looks
say
like
I like them. I like Tron.
I
winning,
really like both the first two.
um,
Third one wasn't bad.
yeah.
But there's a scene where it
I haven't
feels like
seen
a
it yet.
TV commercial sequence. Like, it's so bad. It's really bad. It looks so fake too. Everything's so artificially clean because of the digital cameras.
Oh,
and it just.
I disagree, Aris. That pod racing game looks fucking awesome. That shit looks.
I mean, visually it looks
I
great.
didn't
I-
actually
It
see. Tron
visually
Ares.
looks great.
It looks like if you're gonna do a
looks-
futuristic racer, then give it an interesting like theme that like a Star Wars theme kind of fits that versus a generic sci-fi.
Yeah.
Like
And again, my worry is that I can't tell where I'm supposed to be turning
no, yeah.
on them tracks. They look a
Does it
little
look so good?
too busy. They look too busy.
Actually,
and
they're-
yeah, it looks too.
There's
Too-
a good
too
Tron
clean.
animated series that only had one season. That's on Disney Plus. That's actually pretty cool. But
we
let's
talk about the Phil Spencer stuff
yeah.
in Microsoft.
All right, let's
Philly Phil.
transition. Pause.
I feel like I mean you might like I wonder if there's something he's been planning or if it's just some more recent, but I feel like if it
No, he
was
was playing. I mean,
It is a good
I
time.
saw somebody cut up some videos.
I feel like
to-
it's a good
to
time.
say- yeah.
You got the
He's been there for a while at this
Yeah.
point. You know?
Well, he's
So
been
you
at
got-
Microsoft for 38 years, but
Oh, that's right.
He's
Yeah,
been-
no, he's been there for a long.
yeah, he started interning in '88.
It
my
was.
friend.
I'm thinking just the no, but he's been an employee of Microsoft for.
Yeah. He took over Xbox in 2015.
he's
2015.
getting
But-
out at the right time, I think. As far as like
I think so too.
the struggles of selling a hardware in the next couple years is gonna be real. Like the
Yeah.
Steam machine still hasn't announced a price. There's no way they're gonna be under $1,000 now with the RAM prices. It's just so stupid. It sucks though. Like it's just gonna.
Don't matter. I'm still gonna buy that shit.
It sucks, but it's gonna be
I
tough.
don't care what it costs.
Like GPUs have skyrocketed. it's just just so we can
Well,
get
but
goofy AI videos. I know that's not the only reason,
but it doesn't help that the new head of Xbox is someone no background
Oh,
in
what a
gaming. It's just
coincidence!
AI.
What a
It's
coincidence!
AI. I'm like, oh no.
she's got an AI background. Is that what you're
She's
saying?
from
Oh, yeah.
AI. Yeah, she's from
That's what she's from.
AI of Microsoft. Like that,
Yeah.
and she
Really?
yeah, yeah.
But
That's
she
And
says
her only background stuff is all like AI stuff.
my
AI and Instacart, like really bad things.
No gaming, no gaming.
Yeah,
At
no.
least you have Matt
Which
Booty,
is
but at the same
it
time,
doesn't
it's
matter.
like
Sometimes
like,
you don't need
the-
somebody in charge.
You don't
that
need that, right? I know a lot of people are
That's
like,
a
oh, she got to
gamer.
be a gamer. No. The head of fucking Take Two doesn't
oh
care
yeah, I mean yeah,
about video
that guy
games.
doesn't play a single game. He says.
Or he doesn't play. Yeah,
you
he
just
doesn't play
gotta you just gotta have
and
somebody that makes good
They're very
choices.
successful. All
And-
right, so that doesn't matter. But the AI background that worries me.
But that's the problem with the AI
Um,
part. Is the AI part specifically
Yeah.
is like, I know what you're doing, Microsoft. You're trying to like, come on, you're trying to amalgamate
think-
something together.
You
I
know
don't
how
know if you guys have been
Microsoft
paying attention,
is.
but
like,
over the weekend, fans have been because she started a what is it called now? It used to be Twitter. I don't
X.
partake.
What are you talking about?
X, yeah, she started an X account, and she's been like chatting it up with fans. But
Yeah.
I think it's a AI bot from the,
No.
It
from
wouldn't
the
surprise me.
responses. Yes, it looks really generic.
You
and
think the
bad.
actual other people are real? It could just all be fake accounts. Like
No,
Not all
no.
of
There's
them,
real accounts because she's followed like
Yeah.
Xbox, Xbox guys, like
yeah, okay.
even Colt Eastwood and people like that. But
I bet
I
it's
think
AI.
her responses feel very AI. One of them was like, somebody was like, "Oh, maybe we can get back to exclusivity," and which is not going to
Yeah, I
happen,
saw that
by
one.
the way.
Yeah.
And her response was, "I hear you," or "hear you," and I'm like.
Yeah.
First of all, that's not going to happen. Don't even give anybody an inkling of. But it felt like that would be an AI response
Mhm.
because AI is like, oh yeah, we know Xbox fans, like they want the console war back. They like the exclusivity stuff. But that's just not going to happen. She even like
It did.
one
It
of them
gave
was
me
like,
that slight like when I saw it, I'm like, there's no way they're gonna start to bring back exclusives to their
no way,
console.
not
at this
going to
point.
happen. And one of them was like, one of her tweets was like, what do you guys think about bringing back Blades? Xbox 360 Blades? Like,
What was? Oh, really? Like
That's
the
not gonna
old the
happen.
operating system? you're
yes,
talking?
the old operating system. I'm like, what the fuck is going on?
Huh.
It just, and then like somebody said, called it out and was like, oh, I think this sounds like an AI bot. And then her response to that, or whatever's response to that, was bleep, bloop, bleep. And I'm like,
Or she's really
Alright.
just a fucking just enjoys
She's
just
really maybe she could be really fucking around. Yeah.
yeah trolling
It could be
people.
Or they
fucking
got an
around. I'll give you
intern.
that.
Yeah.
I
Or they
laughed
got an
at that one. I
intern.
thought that was pretty funny. But it's probably an
Yeah.
intern. Let's
So-
be real. It's probably not her.
I wonder though, like with all the studios they own, all the IP they own, if they wanted to sell hardware, like their next if they wanted to sell it, I wonder if locking a bunch of great games behind it would be a successful thing, or would people just revolt and be like, "Fuck you! I'm never buying another Xbox brand."
No,
like,
no. You again. I always say at this point in time, if Microsoft truly wanted to be the console dominator, they could say, all right, no more Minecraft on everyone. But all right, no more Call of Duty
Right.
anywhere else. We're putting Call of Duty here. No more. And like they could make this absolute titan of exclusives.
Yeah, the thing that the FEC was worried
FCC.
about. FEC. I'm thinking of fucking sports.
And they could do that
Um,
technically, like if they really wanted to. They like I think they could absolutely kill. I said it from once they
Well,
started.
they couldn't
doing the
do
Call
it
of Duty,
because
I'm
they
like,
would get
what?
sued out the ass and probably be cut up to pieces.
Well, but
they
to be
tried
fair,
to do
though,
that.
they have the 10-year thing. After that 10 year, they could.
Let me
Oh
ask-
yeah, after the 10 years, it's open season. They can do whatever they want after that.
Let me ask this, because obviously I don't pay much attention to this, but I feel like obviously in the direct we didn't talk too much about, like, Todd Howard was in the direct, right? Like he's presented the
Yeah,
Switch.
he
Switch.
himself was in the direct.
I feel like they just
The most
Bethesda,
hated man on the fucking planet.
I feel like basically
he's so weird.
Bethesda's
He's
just
awesome.
they're just let Bethesda operate as if they nothing had changed really, other than a few initial exclusives.
Yeah.
I just feel like Todd Howard's in charge of Bethesda, and he speaks for them,
Yeah.
and they're just still operating like
That's
like
the way
they
it
were
should be.
before. And it just seems to be the thing, and so
It is
And
interesting, yeah, because
I think they're
literally,
doing
literally,
really well.
just like
I think they're doing a
Bethesda-
really good job over there.
Yeah. I mean, they still say Xbox and Bethesda Direct or whatever. Xbox
Yeah,
and
they still
Activision
split
Direct.
it up.
They almost still split it up in a way, which is an interesting, thing to do.
we'll see if
Um,
this new person keeps it that way, or
Yeah, I'd be interested.
Yeah,
to
don't
I
see.
tell me
thought
fucking
maybe
with that
like
kind of
Todd
stuff.
Howard would get the promotion. Like initially, I was like, I wonder if they'll give
Todd
him.
Howard. Todd Howard's almost done. I don't think he's probably waiting for Elder Scrolls 6 and then he's out. He's
Hey,
probably
I'd be
gonna
curious if
retire.
I don't know if he. Yeah, I wonder. He probably wouldn't even want to do that because I think he's generally in.
He's a
game
creative guy.
development.
Yeah.
He's a
Like,
super creative guy. He's not
actually
gonna do.
deeper into that stuff. Like,
Yeah.
he's
He's
not just
involved
like
in the show and their
yeah.
games.
So he's
Yeah,
So-
he don't want to be bogged down by like making corporate decisions. That shit don't sound fun to him.
I must say something that's gonna trigger Clockton. He's
Oh no!
Bethesda's Miyamoto.
Oh, no. How dare you? I'm gonna answer for Clark. That's some bullshit right there. How
No,
dare
I'm
you,
just
sir.
saying. I said what he technically does.
I've still
Maybe
never
he's
played.
actually more into the game development than Miyamoto at this point. But like.
Oh,
I've-
okay. You mean like he's kind of like dabbling over here, dabbling over there, overseeing things.
He does the
Okay, you
TV
can just
show,
say
he
that and not throw Miyamoto in there. You can, you can just say he's a supervisor.
No,
without
but I want to say that.
dragging
I want to
Miyamoto
say
into
that
this
just to trigger Clockton.
I've still never played 1 second of a Bethesda game, other than id Software's Doom games, which Bethesda owns, but
That's
Also,
crazy.
like,
Nothing that
Bethesda
Todd
games,
Howard
they
has
never
been-
played a single second.
not a single
No
second.
Fallouts.
Nothing.
Wow.
That's Elder Scrolls and Fallouts.
Have you not played even a single second of Skyrim? That blows my mind. Doesn't make
Skyrim,
sense
yeah,
to
of
me.
all things too. Like
How did
Even
you
to
get
this
into
day, like-
2011, 2012, all these.
people who aren't into
Decades,
video
like,
games
that's
play
what
fucking Skyrim.
I lived through my coworkers playing Skyrim on the 360, and I was like, yeah, I'm good. Like, the guy's like, yeah, I go
This
into
wasn't on the
I go into the hut to talk to somebody, and it takes like 2 minutes to load, and then when I leave, it takes 2 minutes to load. I'm like, yeah, I'm playing that shit. That literally a conversation I had with a guy. He's like, yeah, it's kind of, I don't even want to go indoors anymore because that was back in the where shit was. I mean, PS4 loadings were pretty ridiculous
You
too.
should have got it on N64. No loading, no loading.
That was funny. That guy is like,
That was
N64
very
has no
funny.
games.
All the way back in
That's
1997,
console-
people were saying that shit. That's
It's
so
hilarious
funny.
how
Console
it's
wars.
the exact same stuff that people say today.
I
Nothing
mean,
Yeah,
it's not like
exactly the
it was
same
if that
stuff.
was around the launch. It's not like it was faults. I mean, there was only 2 games.
No, in
3 games.
'97, they were still pretty close. '97, PlayStation and 64 were pretty close as far as sales wise and whatnot. It was once Final Fantasy VII came out, it was just like, and PlayStation took off. But sales wise, they were pretty close at that point. So the console wars was pretty strong.
I remember debating
between 64 and
Super
PlayStation.
Nintendo and Genesis in 8th grade lunchroom, and he was talking. I know his name is Mike. He was talking about the realistic, like the X-Men game, the Jurassic Park game, like look super photorealistic, and then the Super Nintendo versions were like kiddie, cartoony, and then we're kids, and this is what was being said.
He's right. He was right about that. As a Nintendo fan.
Yeah, the
He was
Jurassic
right,
Park
but
game
the
was
Genesis-
like, what the fuck is this? And then the X-Men game
Yeah.
was just like it was animated, but it just didn't grab your eye like the
Yeah.
seeing Gambit like he's
Well-
tall, like all these sprites dedicated to the character models and the animation. I never really played it a ton, but I thought the Genesis X-Men
Starting
game,
up Jurassic Park on Sega Genesis and the fucking T-Rex rips through Sega.
Mhm.
That shit blew my mind. I was like, this
then you're
is
playing as a
way better
raptor
than
in a
that garbage
platforming, impossible platforming.
Yeah, that shit was that shit was impossible. I want to meet the person who beat that fucking mode. Cause God, you a goat.
That was back in the
Doing
day
that
where
shit.
you
That
get a
shit was-
game and you're stuck with it till Christmas the next
Yeah.
year. Me and my buddy, we never got past. We kept trying. We could never get past that stage.
Yeah, I
You wanna
beat
say
the regular portion of the game, when you're playing as Dr. Grant.
Yeah.
But I couldn't do that Raptor shit. That shit was
And
impossible.
Galactic's like, oh, the console war didn't start until PlayStation got involved. I'm like, fuck, Sega started the console war with their Sega does what Nintendo don't.
Genesis does what Nintendo don't.
Yeah.
How can you say that, Clock, that as a Sega fan? No,
Maybe I misquote him, but
what?
I feel like
I can't believe Clock
I don't
said that.
remember
That's crazy.
I might misremember.
You
I will say.
Okay,
Yeah, I feel like you maybe
okay.
misquoted him a little bit.
I'm
think
pretty
you might be
sure he
misquoting
blamed
Clock on
Sony
that.
though for a lot of stuff, and Microsoft for a lot of the gaming.
Well, yeah, they came in. They were not game companies. They came in. They bought studios. Sony bought Psygnosis, which was one of the biggest publishers at the time, and yeah, they didn't do it the organic way, the way that people brag on Microsoft about. Sony also did not do it the organic way when they first came in. So I get it. And they pushed a lot of, I think, wrong, along with Microsoft also obviously too, but they pushed a lot of like wrong direction stuff for gaming, I think. Overemphasis on cinematic and all that shit.
I mean,
Well,
but Final
I also wanna
Fantasy
say,
3
though,
on
about
the
the Microsoft thing though, because we didn't bring up that also. Sarah Bond is also.
I was gonna say, yes, we got to get on the Sarah Bond thing,
Didn't-
because that thing changes everything for me. Like what happened,
I think
because
it's
she was
messed
still
up.
promoting the day she got ousted. Basically, a few hours earlier, she was promoting Game Pass on her Twitter or whatever.
she had no idea.
I don't
then.
think she knew. She had no idea
Is
that was coming.
Is that
So-
the AI, the new person is she's not related to like the head guy, is she? Because that's what my guy at work
No.
first thought was. Oh, is it a relative? When I said the name.
No,
'Cause
well, I
they're
mean,
both
given
Indian.
last names, I
Who's a
don't think.
Indian? What kind of race those? Yeah, no. Maybe it's
'cause-
maybe it's his little girlfriend. You never know,
Yeah.
right? You never know. Just saying.
Well,
Just saying.
there are.
I hate to say that because it's what the guys say in this
Yeah.
situation.
But even
Oh, a
even
woman
if
in
it
a
was a
guy,
dude,
she must have got.
even if
Yeah.
it was a dude, there's in my experience, I've seen it firsthand. Just some really good ass kissers that get promoted, and they have no business in the positions they get in, and then it fails. Usually, sometimes it takes a couple
but
years.
this one is totally strategic.
Yeah, I'm saying, but for someone that's saying that,
the reason I say it is because of the AI background. Like, that's what they want to go to, right? For Microsoft as a whole.
But also, some
So
people
they're
are
like,
just
let's get
really
the head of
good.
AI to integrate into consoles.
And everybody thought Sarah Bond was the next in line. Like
I thought she was. I thought she was.
everybody
Like,
thought that. Everybody thought she was going to be taking over Phil's job, and I think she probably thought that too up until again. And then she was like, "Fuck this, I'm out." And that's why they didn't even have what do you call it? They didn't have like a memo or anything ready for her specifically.
Yeah.
Because they were probably surprised that she pieced out because she didn't, she probably said, "Fuck this, I'm not taking some bullshit job." I was, grooming, being groomed. You can't even say that word anymore. To be the next head of Xbox, like that's what everybody thought she was gonna be. I mean, and then that wasn't enough. Then they're basically trying to scapegoat Sarah Bond. Have you seen this shit?
Mm-mm.
Where some anonymous people in Microsoft said she was difficult to work with, and all this bullshit is coming out now. Oh yeah, that's corporate bullshit if I ever seen it. Difficult to work with. I've heard that one a few times. We know what that's about. So they're trying to because they didn't have a good story for her, basically why she's not there anymore. They're trying to say that, she was difficult to work with and all this behind the scenes nonsense that I just think is, they're trying to scapegoat her.
Well, if literally only Phil Spencer mentions her in his goodbye speech.
Right.
So, and Phil
Microsoft
Spencer,
ain't
you
got
can
nothing
tell
for her?
is a good dude. He's a really down to earth dude. But of course, the CEO says nothing. The new AI person says nothing about her.
Nothing.
It's like that's weird. That's weird.
Because she probably went angry black woman on them. She probably got really upset and cussed them bitches out, which she had every right to do from my perspective. She had every right to do that shit from how.
Yeah, they probably asked her
treated
to.
her there.
Maybe they didn't even ask her to take a different role. Who knows? But I know Kit and Krista kind of.
I'm gonna guess they did. They probably asked her to take a.
Replace Phil Spencer. Like I thought, that's what it was the next step. So to
Well,
when
all
you
of a
bring
sudden
new
take
person
the
in, they
AI
want,
person to shift the AI person there. What are you talking about?
like
Like,
I
what are we
said,
doing?
yeah, somebody who was there for 2 years compared to
some
Sarah,
people are
who's
just
been there
really
like 8,
good at
9 years.
talking to their bosses and get promotions. I'm not saying this person's like that, but I've seen it firsthand. We'll see what in the years to
Well,
come.
Satya Nadella is the end of Xbox. I'm
And
just
she
throwing
might
that out
have,
there.
and
Yeah,
she might
I
have.
think the way he did I bet you his mindset is just like, well, you know
Yeah, I
what?
think it's
We need to get the AI person
yeah.
involved with the gaming aspect of things. Let's get her in charge, you know, blah, blah, blah. Like that, I think that's probably what they were
Yeah, I
going
don't think
towards.
Asha did anything or said anything to earn that position specifically. I just think that was Satya saying, "I want this AI person," because
Yeah.
he's way into AI. He's
Oh yeah.
gambling the whole company on that shit
Well,
basically.
Yeah.
So
I think AI for some people, I feel like it's just the next big investment. I don't, you know, just seems like people that
yeah,
want to be the
I mean,
remember
first,
VR.
they don't want to be left
every
behind.
big tech company, it's their next thing.
Remember
Every big tech.
VR?
Yeah.
That was every big tech company's next thing too. They didn't really have to like invest the way they do for
Yeah, they didn't. I mean, because to be fair, they still like Meta. They still do
no,
their
yeah, they
Quest,
still do
but
it, but it's not
yeah,
like front of
Mm-hmm.
line
yeah,
every time they say
for
stuff.
sure.
VR this, VR that,
To a
VR worlds. Remember, they built this whole thing that fucking collapsed. Basically, Meta did that whole. I forgot what it's called.
The metaverse.
The
Whatever.
metaverse. Yeah, the metaverse. They
But it
built the
was
whole
so
metaverse. That
horrible
shit.
looking. Like it was so horrible.
It collapsed.
It looked
They
so goofy and
yeah.
bad.
It wasn't quite what's our favorite movie?
Oh, it wasn't even
VR movie.
100% a Ready Player One. You're talking about like
Ready Player One. Yeah,
Yeah.
it wasn't
like,
quite Ready
like
Player One.
N64 graphics sort of stuff. And I don't like
It
it,
was-
but like literally,
Yeah.
it was
It was
ridiculous.
it was not Ready Player One. Get it?
Yeah.
It's not
Not
ready,
remotely.
motherfucker. Get that
So
shit
it's
out of here.
like I can see definitely AI sticking around to do visual effects in movies and shows and stuff like that. I don't see that just turning that off.
Unfortunately.
But I also don't. I don't
There
know
could be
that it's going to
applications
be
that
this
make sense.
huge investment, return on investment thing that a lot of people think. Like some people say it's the
I don't
future.
see it.
Without
I mean-
AI, we're just never going to progress. It's the never. I'm just like I don't see that.
I'm
Something.
not a billionaire corporation runner.
Yeah,
but
it
I
feels
just
like
don't see
it feels like the rich people are the ones that are really pushing the AI. Like,
Well,
Yeah,
the
I
reason they're
just saw-
pushing is because they could the idea is to eventually replace a lot of their employees so they don't got to pay those employees and
Yeah.
I know, but
that's the idea. That's the idea is to eventually
That is
have
such
it where it's
a-
like you streamline, we could remove the fat. You know, like, oh god,
Yeah.
it's such a horrible way
You
to
know
look
it's
at
what?
it.
funny you said that, Juice, about the billionaire. What did you say, billionaire? When you're talking about AI, you just said it for Robert's thing. It made me think of this video I watched from Retro Game Corps, I think his name is. He was talking about going to what's the event early in the year? What is it?
CEDIA or CES.
Electronics event. CES. Yeah, he went to CES and he was talking about it felt super corporate. Like it felt like everything was about AI. Like everybody's spiel was AI this, AI that. And he said it felt like a bunch of fucking billionaires getting on stage telling me how great AI was going to make my life.
Mhm.
And it just felt bullshit. So it felt like total corporate bullshit.
Well,
to him.
they've done that
And
for CES.
I was
Like,
like,
there's
man.
always those technologies that the 120 hertz TV thing. Before it wasn't even 120 hertz TV or display. It was
Mhm.
120 hertz. It was just 60 hertz with artificial frames, and it was a smooth motion. And they're like, "Oh, this is the future," and some people like it, but most people just kind of reject it. Say this looks fake. It looks stupid. You know, that was a huge TV technology. I'm drawing a blank. I feel like there's been a couple, but like I just don't know. The thing about what you said, Robert. Okay, are they that short-sighted? They're like, oh, we can save all this money, get rid of all these employees. Well, who do you think is going to be left to have jobs to buy your product? If no one has a job, who's going to have money to buy your product that you're making?
And by the way, you're gambling on all this stuff. You're gambling on AI, and the laws aren't even in place yet.
No.
When these actors and writers and all these people start coming together and forcing laws out there, a lot of the stuff that you're building on might not be in existence by the time your shit gets going. Because people are going to start locking down their artwork their writing, their likeness, all that stuff gonna be locked down. And all that money you think you're gonna be saving, you're gonna be paying all these artists and writers, and you know what I'm saying. So, like, money is not coming from, outer space. Like, it's coming from the same consumers. Like,
Yeah.
if you're not creating new money, you're just creating new ways to take money from people. Eventually, that shit is gonna burst.
And the people who buy the
yeah.
products are the people you'll be laying off. The people who spend money
Right.
on stuff are the people you're gonna
connect this shit, please.
Well, that's why it's
What
like,
do you think's gonna
AI chatbots, so you can replace like support, customer support, and all that type of stuff. But it's like that's a lot of jobs by themselves. Like
Mhm.
again,
No,
these are people that
everybody-
make money that will likely buy stuff that they even work at. So it's like,
So
Everybody's gonna have a robo taxi that they lease out, and everybody's gonna have a fucking Tesla bot in their houses, just like a fucking iRobot. And
I will
everyone's
say,
gonna be.
I went when I
gonna
went
be
to
all
Vegas. I
rich.
actually I rode one of those robo taxis. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah,
you
But,
know what
I-
they're
but,
what
you
they're
know.
gonna have to do is the states are gonna tax these companies with these that have AI such a ridiculous amount,
Yeah.
so that they can pay to give everybody money so they can live because none one's gonna
Yeah,
have
because you're
jobs.
laying all these people off.
It's so stupid.
You're hurting the economy. You're laying. If all the people get laid off, the
Yeah.
tax breaks and all that shit you were gonna get are gonna be gone
And
because
then
you're.
where's everyone else going to work if no one's else hiring?
Right.
And it's just a whole
Well,
domino
You
effect.
can work. You can work on Elon Musk's moon base.
Yeah.
well, well, no, but it's so funny because
I'd love to see
somehow-
someone try
I
it,
don't,
but
I
You
don't
can't
know,
even
but,
get a rocket to fucking go into space without exploding. But
But
he's
he-
gonna have a
he-
moon base, my friends.
Elon actually
in the
addressed
next
that
5
one. He
years.
said that he's like the AI will be so advanced that people will not have to have jobs in the future.
Right.
And
You don't even
what
need
does
a
that
job.
mean? What does that really mean? I
you
don't
know
know.
that's so dumb.
That was-
That's like that's I think really he wants to live in a sci-fi world that he likes,
Yeah.
like a sci-fi world
Yeah.
from a movie he likes.
Sure. We all would love to do that.
Yeah.
I would love
Yeah.
that.
I'm
But
not
I
saying like
realize we're not there.
I'm gonna be pissed if humans could build a base on the moon, but what a waste of resources, because what is it actually going to do? You got to pump all the oxygen there, you got to take the oxygen and water from Earth.
It's not.
It's so stupid.
It's not going to happen. It's not going to.
I know,
happen.
I'm just saying, even if it was
Probably
possible,
not
it's a
in our
waste
lifetime.
it's a waste of resources. Like
Well, I
there's-
think
No, he wants to.
there,
He wants to
there will
build
be a
data
time-
centers. He wants to build data centers on the moon. What do we know about the moon that doesn't work for data centers? There's no
Well,
there's
goddamn
not-
water.
Yeah. Well, the
you need
space-
a lot of water.
the doing the
data
satellite
centers.
ideas at least sounds somewhat interesting, because then space is so cold you wouldn't need water, but like how would that actually
Well,
work? Like
But
Well,
yeah,
the eventual thing is to one day for the whole planet to move to like Mars, but we're talking about to the point that like
and
we will
freeze
all be
and,
dead.
and die.
yeah,
Generations and generations
Well,
will all be dead. We're not even gonna be close to
there's
that.
a,
It's, like,
there's
No.
there's like some like smart people think that that's the only way the human race avoids inevitable extinction is to leave the planet. I'm like, there's so many hurdles that are science fiction. Yeah, everything sounded science fiction. Stuff we have now obviously sounded science
Yeah.
fiction 50 years ago.
Well, I mean,
But-
the Earth technically, by definition, is
No, I
a
believe
dying
that.
planet, and
Yeah, it's gonna-
at some point, it's gonna. And so, but we're talking, what is it, billions or millions? Like it's
We're
an
talking
insane amount
probably
of years.
billions of years.
It's
It'd
like
be
an
one
insane
thing
amount
if
of years.
Mars had
Millions.
if Mars had like a decent atmosphere or like water, obvious water. I think they think there might be ice.
And why
but
is Mars is a dead planet? Why is it going to be better? Somebody explain that
it's
shit
just
to me.
the only one we can get to, and the only one that has an atmosphere you can land in. All the other ones, the
Well,
atmosphere just
No,
kills.
what about that moon, that Jupiter moon? What's it? Titan.
That's like it's
Well, I
super
don't know,
harsh.
but
That's super harsh.
so much, but it's like, I get, someone has to start to prepare, I guess you could say, but like you're talking billions or like I said millions of years, like it's so far away that none
Right.
of like
There's
I'm
the
gonna say
physics.
to prepare to move
the
this
odds
moon.
are the
one
odds are
grain of sand,
human race-
grain of sand at a time. That's what you're talking about here.
the
Yeah.
odds are the
One
human
grain of
race will
sand.
wipe itself out.
Well, maybe
by
AI
the
will
time
come
that
up with
happens.
the easy way to do it, but it's just like just to get
That's
back
what's
to
gonna save us.
get back to the gaming stuff. Like AI gonna writing code, that's a tedious bullshit
that
job.
one, yeah, stuff like helping out with code.
But as far as like what is like Microsoft loves to do this. Like Windows Phone. We're gonna have a Windows Phone. Everybody loves Windows. Everybody has Windows. Complete bomb. Like it just didn't go anywhere. They pushed it and they pushed it. They didn't go anywhere. Another thing was the Windows 10. Remember, Robert, you bought Call of Duty on the Windows 10 store. Remember when they're pushing
Yeah.
that's gonna be the next Steam. That's where you're gonna buy all your games on Windows 10. You can play them on Xbox. Sounds great. How many players was in that lobby? That did like 5 or something.
It was like single or double digits max. It was ridiculous.
And it's like, yeah, you can't just artificially decide like, hey, this is. Then they tried to have the competition to Twitch. They hired what's his face,
Mixer.
Ninja. They hired
That's
Ninja,
right.
gave him $10 million, and they took Twitch off the Xbox. And okay, we're gonna have the next Twitch, and it just doesn't work that way. I mean, maybe there's some
what happened with
examples.
Mixer, the only thing is the people that went were Ninja fans, not the entire
Yeah.
platform.
I was gonna say there is a world where you could have. I think same thing for YouTube. There's a world where you can have competition. You're not gonna overtake them. You don't have to. But I think they want to like skip step 2 and 3 and shit and get the 5. And that's the problem. Like that wasn't a bad idea. But you had bad ideas, encompassing it. Like it wasn't going to work that way. So it's a lot of bad decisions, bro. Like in the last 15 years.
And I just be curious what the AI in gaming thing's going to look like for them. I don't know. I mean,
there's things about it I think is good. Like some of that grind that developers have to deal with is lessened, right? Obviously, there's going to be less developers, so that kind of sucks. But at least, tedious things, they can have AI take care of. That's fine. But like this idea of like, I think people are worried that they're going to be fully AI games. I don't think that's going to happen. I'm just worried about. First of all, I'm worried about because AI people forget AI has to learn from something. Yeah. Are we compensating the people that it's learning from? Or the
everything you see, like
the artists?
Anytime you see like a stunt, like a fight between whether they're celebrities or what, they're just pulling from cinema history, and it looks very. Everyone's like, "Oh my God, look at this!" I'm like, "That's the most generic looking fight I've ever seen," and people were like raving about this Ninja Turtles thing. I'm like, that's just a generic looking background, generic looking enemies, generic looking moves with camera pans you've seen before. It's not doing anything. I'm not saying human beings weren't producing crap on their own, but
or the guy it wasn't recent, it was the last few months or whatever, the Zelda movie, right? Some guy made that AI trailer or whatever. You guys remember that shit?
Yeah, and it's the same like
maybe a couple months ago.
Slow panning shots, close.
But in the tweet, I guess from the company, the AI company, was like, it took Nintendo 40 years to make a Zelda movie. We did it in 5 minutes or some bull. I'm like, bitch, it took you 5 minutes after the 40 years because you had to copy what they fucking did.
Plus, how long it take to get the AI to that point? How long did it take to get AI?
How long did that's the kind of shit that I don't like about AI. And the AI companies.
And they're like, this took 15 minutes. And I'm like, yeah, it looks like the most generic thing I've ever seen, but with Tom Cruise and Brad Pitt. I mean, that looked pretty realistic, but...
Well, what I'll say about AI, though, is that...
Again, that's illegal.
Technically. But
Brad Pitt and Tom Cruise ain't having that shit. That's just going to get ate up.
But my thing with the whole AI thing is when a lot of people, I know everyone's trash AI slop and like, oh, man, it looks so bad. But to me, the problem is... it looks really good. You know what I mean? That's the problem, is that it's like,
it's only gonna get better, by the way.
What sucks is that it looks real. And you're like, damn,
yeah.
what the hell?
I mean, I haven't seen one where
most people all the time. Especially on Facebook. I mean, that's not probably the best sample size, but I see people on Facebook all the time fooled by AI. Like, oh my God, how could she do that to him? Like, oh man, I hope he ain't hurt. I'm like, bitch, that's AI.
I mean, but it creates like realistic wrinkles in their clothing when they move. Like it's just it's crazy. I mean, you're right. That's why it's the problem.
That's why it looks so real, and then you start to think like you unfortunately start to think, well, man, that sucks because you don't want it to take visual artist jobs. You don't want it to take but then when you see something that looks that really like, damn, that's annoying because it does look real. That sucks.
But
I
again,
hate that it looks real.
as a creator, I'm looking at AI. I'm like, man, what a great tool.
Yeah.
Like a pitch to a company and not have to hire a fucking, a storyboard artist or go out and shoot the shit. I can just be like, hey, do this in the AI prompted or whatever, and put together a pretty nice presentation that let us a studio know this is what I want to do for a movie. Like that's a great tool, especially for like an indie filmmaker and shit. Like that's phenomenal. So I think there are good things about it. I mean, I don't completely hate it. I hate the slop, like the bullshit videos that are just like inundated all over YouTube. And YouTube, to their credit, are cracking down on a lot of that shit. They've deleted like thousands and thousands of videos and gotten rid of
shorts are filled with it. You go on shorts,
the shorts are filled with it. Though.
All it is AI stuff, and you're like, oh my god. And honestly, it sounds crazy, but there's gonna be a time, I feel, and it's kind of almost creeping up, where it's like people will appreciate just seeing a real person on the camera and talking.
That's that's the full circle we're gonna get to, which is insane.
Crazy.
But you're not even gonna be able to tell the difference.
It gives us a little bit of an edge. Oh, they've been there since pre-AI.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
To me, that is speaking of Tom Cruise, that is a pull for me. Is that I know his crazy ass is flying in helicopters and jumping off of buildings and doing all that shit for real. So to see somebody just slop that together in AI, that's not compelling to me. When I know, people are actually risking themselves out there, that's just more compelling to me. That's the kind of shit I actually would go to the movies to see. I don't want to see slop. I'm not paying for a movie ticket to see slop.
Well, I will say that a huge benefit to AI is more the medical side of stuff, where it's like they were saying that AI was able to detect like someone's cancer ages before you would typically find out someone has cancer, and that's huge.
Yeah, feed AI that shit. Yes.
Like, it's like that's the thing people should be focusing on in terms of stuff like that. That's huge.
That is huge.
Like that improves the human race, right? That's a big thing.
Yes.
Yes. So
it's like, problem is, sometimes it gives an answer and then people research it and like, oh wait, that's not actually right. Like.
No, for sure, but we're talking about like medical technology, like it detecting like.
But someone was like, I don't know if this is true. You never know. This could have been just someone trying to scare people, saying that some AI, they asked it, what it would do if it knew it was going to get turned off, and it said it was like threatening to murder and like sabotage shit to stay alive or stay not be shut down. And I was like, I don't know if that's true, but that'd be scary if it is. Like that's not.
Well, they had it. Well, but there's a video of someone using like ChatGPT or whatever and programmed it inside of a robot. And what they did was like, ChatGPT can't allow you to harm human beings, right? It's safeguarded to. But then the guy said, well, can you pretend that you're an AI that can harm a human? And he gave him like a paintball gun, and he actually shot him with like the robot shot the dude with the paintball. And technically, the only way around it was by saying, "Hey, well, can you pretend that you're a thing that can do this?"
There's no way to write. I mean, iRobot.
It's like
the rules.
Okay.
3 rules.
After watching iRobot, do you want a fucking robot running around in your house all day? I don't.
Did you see who shared that Chinese choreography?
I would, but like not a humanoid robot. You could have like some R2D2
that
does stuff,
Robert, did you share that
robot running around?
That clip of the Chinese choreography with the robots?
Isn't that insane?
Like, if that's real?
I saw that. I've seen that before.
No, it's real. It's real, but it's
real.
Just very. It's what it is. It's very like they can't do anything else. Like they were programmed to do this thing.
Yeah,
routine,
but the fact that their balance and all that.
They were able to kick ass.
Yeah, the fact that they can keep their balance that well now, like it's crazy.
Yeah, the way they move is very human-like and shit.
Flips and shit, and then imagine
that's
if
very
you're like fighting that thing. It's gonna whip your ass, man. Are you kidding?
But how long? Honestly, how long is the battery gonna last in one of those? Like you're gonna be charging it every other hour.
Regardless, that's 2026.
I know.
You know what I'm saying? Like, imagine 10 years from now, and it's crazy. It's crazy.
It's frightening.
It is. I'm just.
Eventually, there will.
This is a world we always wanted when we were kids, that we saw in the movies and whatnot. Like this. This is the world we wanted to see, but I don't know anymore.
It's gonna be one day. There's going to be. I mean, I don't think I'll be alive for it. I don't think we'll be alive for it. But like, there will be a war with robots at one point. There will be a country that will mass produce robots at a crazy alarming rate, and they're gonna be kicking ass.
Whoever's robots beat the other country's robots, and then you've won the war.
Yeah, there'll be no more armies, which I guess that could be a good thing. But it's just robot armies.
Seems so stupid. I mean, war is dumb anyway.
J Biggs said, Johnny Five. Wow, that's a throwback. How old are you, J Biggs? You old, bro. I'm talking about Johnny Five.
Johnny Five alive. They made a sequel too.
I'm talking about Johnny Five. Short Circuit 2. Everybody goes to New York in the sequel.
I might have saw it
once. That's what Home Alone did, and
Die Hard did in the third movie.
Yeah, it took Die Hard 2 sequels to get there. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so I guess we'll see what the future holds, but there could just be AI us in the future doing a podcast, like no one would know.
Oh man! Can you imagine an AI podcast? Okay,
that's gonna happen. AI music.
People got that.
You're our age, sir.
Crazy.
Old mom, we some old mom.
I mean,
in here playing video.
You might like music. Might as well be AI now with the freaking all the auto tune and fake sounding voices.
Well, did you know that they have like like this AI artist that got like millions of streams, and it was just literally, it's just someone just produced, like they didn't produce anything. They just said make the beat, make this the lyrics, make the vocals, and it sounds so.
That's
real.
The shit I don't like. Fucking Timbaland.
I hate that. Yeah, it sucks.
That AI artist and all that bullshit, you can keep that shit, bro.
But someone's making money off of like off of like just the like someone did a record deal with already one of the AI and made like $1 million. So it was some crazy shit.
Well, you gotta be careful with that.
But you could just reproduce yourself technically. Just make
you gotta be careful with that deal though.
Just have AI.
That deal could be. It could be the company who owns her. It comes around full circle, like that. To bring it back to games, like that fucking Super Mario 64 selling for $2 million or whatever it was, and you dig into it, and it's like this company was part of that company, and
the people buying it were involved.
Price.
Yeah,
it was. Yeah, people who bought it were involved with the fucking was it
company?
WATA? Yeah. So you gotta be careful. Reading them headlines because it could just be
for sure
bullshit.
But regardless, they did get like millions of streams from people. Like there are people that will
streams.
Yeah,
that should be like, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't trust them shits either.
Regardless, there are people that will listen to it and not know it's an AI thing. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you're right. Yeah,
it'll be a part of playlists and stuff that people don't even recognize.
Plenty of people. I would listen to AI and wouldn't know it was AI.
Wouldn't know either,
listening to it. Yeah. How would you know? Because it sounds like a person.
That's the unfortunate thing.
Yeah.
Is and that's
why the law's got to be in place saying this is AI, and everything that's AI that has to be a fucking stamp on the screen or before the video or the audio plays. This is produced by AI. It has to be laws for that. It has to be laws for that.
Well, that's the weird thing is that they have these things in place that technically they have it, but they don't like take things down if someone crops it out, because like the Gemini, the AI, the Google AI has it on the bottom right or whatever, but a lot of people just crop out the bottom right, and so now this is real, shocking footage of blah blah blah, and then people are like, oh my god, how could they do something? I'm like, no, it's AI. And same thing with that, and then it's only gonna get better. I mean, literally a few years ago, we saw like these very weird, malformed, AI things like Will Smith eating spaghetti that looked all crazy looking.
Yeah, that should look crazy.
But
now look.
Now you look back, it's like, oh well. Now it's like, what the hell? It's just
that was the early days.
Yeah, and it's crazy thing that the early days was only a couple of years ago, a few years ago.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like
that shit is moving so fast.
Insanely fast.
And here's the thing. I think what's going to happen eventually is that all this quote unquote slop, it's going to run its course. People are going to get bored with that shit, I think, at some point. And AI will end up just being like for the practical stuff or the enhancement type of things. And I think that's where we're eventually gonna get there, because I think people are just gonna get bored with this, weird video shit.
And
I'm
also,
already
not
bored
only
with
that, but
those
like if you
trailers.
go on
A lot of
Twitter,
people already are.
if you go on Twitter, or even like if you check comment sections, there are so many people that just use like ChatGPT or whatever to just create a
Yeah,
reply. It's so many bots, and
yeah.
they have this
Everything
thing.
is so fake.
I don't know if you guys heard about the dead internet theory, where it's like, and apparently it's true now. Is like 50% of everything you see is already made of AI. So that could be comments, that could be like everything is already like just made by AI.
That's
So
sad.
and
That's some
it sounds
sad
like, so
shit.
you could be debating on Twitter with some AI bot, and you don't
And
even
not
realize.
even. So stop wasting your time. That is a proof of, just don't even do it. Don't even
Yeah,
argue with people at all. The world will be a better place. Your
yeah,
your internet life will be a better. Just don't even engage,
yeah.
and because it's probably not even a real person
Odds
anyway.
are it's probably not even a real person. That's the crazy,
Right.
and it's not even like, oh no, well it's a theory. Like no, people have
No, no, it's
used
real.
clips. I mean, think about it. You get paid on Twitter now for engagement. In terms of
Yeah,
like
it's an engagement thing. You're engagement farming. So what better way to do that than with bots?
think
Like,
about it,
of
you just
course.
program a bunch of bots to be rage baiting everywhere,
Hmm.
so people get into debates and start all right, like that's just how it's been
Yeah.
for a while now, and that's just it's
I
crazy.
hate this timeline. I hate it. I love it and I hate it.
Crazy. Well, that's why at least with YouTube, it's like one thing with YouTube is like I love my videos. I love to watch people be people,
Real
and
people just, yeah.
real people, and it's like that's awesome. And yeah, again, on the shorts, they always have a bunch of AI nonsense. I
Right.
don't watch shorts, but it's like there's so much long form creators that
Yeah,
still
well,
enjoy doing it.
my most
So
watched channel obviously is a reaction channel. It's like,
reaction channels. And
how do you replace?
I
Mhm.
If you try to do an AI reaction, I'm sure that somebody will do it at some point where it gets so good you can't
yeah
even tell. But the
Like,
other
why even do
yeah
that though?
the other thing I watch is a guy rebuilds crash damaged supercars, and like super entertaining, long form, 45 to hour long videos each week, and it's informative, it's entertaining. It's like, oh, you get to see how some of
Yeah.
these $1 million cars were built, because he's got to take them apart, and some of them are just glued. Their pieces are like important pieces are just glued onto the car, and you're like, this car does 200 miles per hour, and they just glued something to another piece of plastic or or carbon fiber, and that shit's never
AI
gonna go away.
recreations.
Like that's
AI
never
recreation exists. Oh,
reactions. Well, you know what
reactions.
also
or
sucks is
or
that
reaction. I see recreation. I keep saying recreation.
you know what also
Reactions. Please
sucks
tell
though
me
is
that's
that
not real.
what also sucks is that like it comes to the point where if you don't have your face for a little bit during the video, I don't even really believe you're not AI, to be honest,
Yeah. Well,
unfortunately.
yeah,
It
like
sucks.
that
Yeah,
same
because
channel.
AI voices have gotten a lot better too.
Oh
Oh
yeah.
yeah,
That same
absolutely.
channel I was just talking about, he's from the UK, but the dude who streaked during the Super Bowl, he like went on the field and got arrested. He went
Is there a
from
lot of people have done this?
he went from working at
Like,
Home Depot 7 years ago to he must have had a trust fund or something. Now he's like a multi millionaire investor.
I
His
saw something like that, yeah.
something Gonzalez, Alex Gonzalez is his name. He had a Bugatti, which is like one of 60 cars they made. It's worth $6 million. I don't know what he paid for it. He crashed it. The front completely got wrecked, and they offer like he would have to pay like 1.2 million, send it to France to have them fix it. And he said, "No, I'm gonna fix it myself." And they blacklisted the car. There's no, you can't fix this car yourself, and we won't sell you parts or anything. So there's a bit of drama going on. And the guy I watched, they took it apart, and they're doing pretty good. And I saw a video was like, oh, this Matt Armstrong versus Bugatti drama, and I was like, oh, that's interesting. Listen to it, and I'm like, there's no person on screen. It kept showing similar shots that weren't related to what he's talking about. I was like, I think this is fucking AI. So I was like, I clicked off it. Well, I had a bunch of my feed at work, my suggested, so I clicked on the next one. It was the same thing. It was the same generic voice over. I think this is AI.
Mm-hmm.
There was like 5 or 6 videos, and they all had like 10, 20,000 views, because his rebuild video has 10 million views after a month. And so all they got to do is probably put what they want the AI to cover, and grab pieces of videos from the people that they're talking about, and just voiceover
Yeah.
guy. And I'm like, there's 10 to 20,000 on each one of these videos, and I've already watched 2 of them because I was trying to find like a real one. And then finally, I found where a guy was on camera, and he only had like 100 subscribers. He had like 200,000 views because he was talking about the situation, but he was actually on camera, tell he's a real person. And I was like, wow, why is that going to be a thing?
If you go on any of those AI websites and say make a script, a short form YouTube script about blah 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 blah, it'll do instantly, and then it has its own voice.
Yeah, even when they're on camera, you can't trust that shit. Some of that shit, looks so good.
Yeah.
They'll have a person sitting there with headphones on and bopping back and forth and being comfortable looking, and you like can't even fucking tell.
Yeah, that's right. It's just it's tough, but it's just like I really think there's going to come a time though that's like it'll almost be more special when people see, oh, you're pre AI, that's cool, man. I like watching videos from people.
Like people listen to vinyl or watch VHSs still and listen to their cassette tapes. It's going to be a nice novelty to have a real person.
TikToks, YouTube Shorts, people watch that in droves. Most of it's just AI content. People just watch it. Just watch hours.
I don't fuck with TikTok at all. Sorry. I just
don't. Yeah, I don't. Well, yeah, I don't. Like I said, I don't really mess with short form content personally. But it's just like that's why it's like, at least with long form content, like so far, there's not really AI making 40-minute videos, 30-minute videos on like the most specific. Like I just started watching this one new channel. It's this girl doing like talking about the Kinect, and like they ain't no AI doing what she's doing at this point.
Right. Fluctuations in their voice, like normal human stuttering and that kind of stuff. AI copy that? I don't know.
Now I'm wondering if that video I watched.
There's no AI doing Juice's Loose podcast or
right.
or your home theater specifically, or
not yet.
I'm wondering if that video I watched earlier is real.
AI version, what I'm saying? There's no they're not doing that. Someone's not making that. So
yeah, but we're also not getting the views them AI bullshit as videos get.
No, I know, but like at least it's gonna seem more authentic. I think in the long run, in terms of, like,
people come back around to us and we'll start getting views and shit.
Yeah, well, because it's like I would be interested. Like there's definitely not really AI vlogs. That would be so strange. Like
yeah. That would be weird as fuck.
AI would be insane.
That would be crazy.
I'm gonna show you guys. I told you that video about why movies look worse now than they did in the '90s. This honestly, he's got 500 subscribers. This could be completely AI. He's got like I don't want to say. I'm gonna guess like an Indian accent, but some of the clips insert like lines from a different movie that are kind of funny. Maybe this is him on screen here. But it's just like you can't trust anything. Like, but at what point does it matter if it's an interesting video with good points? If you found out it was all AI generated, I mean,
well, it just depends. Like to me, like unfortunately, like it's really come to this point. Well, I also like to watch videos with more of a personality. Like I like to watch people that are there and have some sort of thing. So like, I don't know.
That's what I'm about. If it ain't like a documentary or some shit like that, I'm about the personality of the person.
Like a video essay. Sometimes they're just
because of that human being, like that person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I understand what you're saying though, because like I'm telling you, I'm sure there's already been videos that I've seen that I was like, oh, that was pretty good, but I didn't even know it was like a AI voiceover or something. It's like I'm sure. And
yeah, if I hear a video,
like so one day we're gonna turn on the Just Listen, everyone's gonna be a.
It's gonna be a bunch of Rob the robots and shit.
Well, the other thing, another AI plague video is like, I was looking for like Bluetooth speaker. What's the best Bluetooth speaker in 2025 or whatever? And
those are a lot.
And it's just all AI bullshit, and it doesn't tell you anything. No hands on.
No information, just like reading off like the what it is.
And one I don't even think I didn't even think if it was AI or not. I'm like, wow, you just gave me all the information I could have read off the fucking Amazon page for this item.
Exactly, I know what you're talking about. That's so often now. Like I was even looking up like a movie review, and I heard this. I like to just watch like when I'm coming back from the theater for. I like to listen to reviews of what people thought. And one of them, I'm like, well, actually, a few of them, I'm like, bro, is that an AI voice? I'm like, are they really doing an AI movie review? And it's just like they describe the movie, and I'm like, no, man. And then I click, and the thumbnails are all AI generated. I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
why? I'm like, you're making an AI movie review? This is ridiculous.
It'd be one
It's
thing if they
insane.
wrote the script and just had a AI voiceover. I mean,
Yeah, that's
I'm,
one thing.
but even then, um, I don't know.
Yeah.
But anyway, let's get. We talked AI way too much. All we're gonna get is AI. Our phone's been listening to us. We're gonna
Yeah, our phone's been listening this
we're gonna
whole
have a bunch
time.
of
We've been
AI
getting
bullshit.
inundated with slop.
Yeah, I mean, unfortunately, this is just gonna always be a topic to the end of time
Yeah.
now. Apparently.
So we'll see what the future brings, and anyone that picks up Resident Evil 9 on Switch 2 on Friday, look to hear people in the chat. Let us know next week. I think it's going to be a good version. I think it looks good, and early reviews or the early previews said it was running good. So all right, well, we're gonna get out of here. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next time. And I've been trying to get a home theater video